Hi again, everybody. The former Ole Miss coming for impact. Georgia is 20-foot walling out. Georgia held third song.
Well, Ole Miss probably put their most complete game together last 2 weeks ago against Arkansas and beat a very good Arkansas team. Not only beat them, but dominate them. Then you have Georgia, on the other hand, playing a kind of a mediocre all team at home and down 38-0. But that's why he allowed them to play in the SEC. So it'll be interesting tonight to see the kind of the two different extremes of emotion coming into this ball game. One coming off a very big high, one coming off a very big low. Should be a big factor in the ball game tonight.
Both teams are bowl eligible, and they'll do some positioning with the bowl scouts in this game tonight. And for Ole Miss seniors, 17 of them. It's the last home game here in Oxford.
You're exactly right, Bill. I was fortunate enough to get to play with the majority of the seniors. 17 here. The game on to this. They've all to leave there better than they came in. This senior class definitely done that. They've got a lot to be proud of, and really they could really top off their career big win for their final of their careers.
Still a lot to play for their senior group. Senior state offensive tackles who lead on rushing infants. Big hot one and 2 times.
Well, number one in rushing starts with 71 and 76 on both sides. Has the luxury of being able to run the ball left and right line. Has been great on the field. A little tonight. It's very good.
Yeah. Play has been bothered some by back spasms. Joe Gunn second in the conference in rushing, and then Deuce McAllister. He does everything and leads the SEC in all-purpose yards.
Well, the guy 2 weeks ago, he was SEC Player of the Week, CBS National Player of the Week. He had probably one of the best all-around games I've ever seen. Not only running the football, but catching the football, and he's such a weapon on special teams now. And you've really seen Deuce kind of progress this year, get stronger and stronger as the years gone on. Ole Miss has really depended on him. He's taken a lot of the load off Joe Gunn and Romero Miller. It's such a luxury when you got a back who can hurt you so many different ways like Deuce has. And I know Georgia and Coach Jim Donnan are really going to be very aware of where Deuce is at all.
This game, he started going coast 100 yards with a turn. That's the right. And a quarterback. And Carter is second offense in the SEC, third in the got to continue because
you talk about Deuce House, part of the same different position. Not that you're throwing the field, but if you blitz him, pursue him, just the field. He is like he and throw very well. He's got so keyboard. I told her they're waiting to have shadow to Fox. Pack that ball, rush him back. So he can hurt you both ways. I look for him. You know, so goes Georgia, so goes Quincy Carter.
And Colby Lillard, using him in receipt school. It's Ole Miss in Oxford, Mississippi, coming up.
I'm not a crazy cat lady or anything, but I am glued to this Animal Planet channel.
Animal Planet, like this monkey. You can't turn it off. I am hooked on Emergency Vest. It just pulls you right in.
They've got Judge Wapner's Animal Court.
And this crazy Australian dude and a crocodile hunter. They've even got sports.
With an animal twist.
Smells like fun.
Animal Planet. It brings out the human in us.
TV has evolved.
On Animal Planet, anything can happen.
Or one touch. begins to touch a fast touch. Where you need it. Just touch. You never stranded at the bottom of the third stick. Don't be blinded by the touch and see us dailies there need them. A must or in the car or in the trust lies the yard. Guarantee 45. You're inside.
8,000. 7. 2.
At Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi, an important game in the SEC tonight as the Ole Miss Rebels entertain the Georgia Bulldogs. And Walker, both teams are bowl eligible, but this one tonight will go a long way toward determining if somebody's playing New Year's Day or when.
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, you've got to beat ranked teams. You know, the bowl reps really look at your record against other bowl teams. Georgia will be a bowl team, so if Ole Miss can pick up another key win against a bowl-eligible team, it just improves their stock. And, you know, we're going to be in a better place. Hopefully on New Year's we'll be somewhere.
Here come David Cutcliffe and the Ole Miss Rebels. 2 weeks ago, they walloped Arkansas, beating their only ranked team thus far on the season. Now they've got another ranked opponent tonight in Georgia, but Georgia coming in a bit wounded, banged up both physically and emotionally as well. And as we said before, the last game for the Ole Miss seniors, 17 of them. 2 of them, Todd Wade, 71, and Armigas, number 4, you see there, the permanent captains. And also 85 is Corey Peterson, the leading receiver for the team out there, along with Tim Strickland, the defensive back.
It's a great night for football, Bill. Cool November, fall evening. See, it's kind of chilly. Won't be a factor at all. Not cold enough. We shouldn't have any rain. Great night for football. 2 ranked teams, national ranked teams. A great rivalry. Ole Miss has historically played well against Georgia, but Georgia's one of those power teams that are also trying to break into. They're in that top, I guess, crust of the SEC, you could say. So
Merrill Miller loosening up there for the start of the game. What do you expect now? You got Ole Miss leading in rushing. You got Georgia last in the conference in total defense, but where Georgia's been hurt has been second in the big play.
You're exactly right. They have not had a problem stopping the run. They got 2 great defense tackles who are NFL prospects that we talk about who will be big factors. I think Ole Miss has to try to exploit their weakness, which is secondary. A lot of people throw a lot of yards against this Georgia. And I think Ole Miss, Merrill Miller really hasn't had the breakout game yet as far as throwing the football. Hadn't had to. So I really do think this is going to be a chance for him to really prove himself throwing the football. And then, you know, it always is great to come back to a great running game.
Georgia will get the ball first, and they'll be led by Quincy Carter, their all-conference quarterback, and the Rebels, Carlisle McGee, and the kickoff unit to send it off. Last home game for Ole Miss, which closes its regular season Thanksgiving night in Starkville against Mississippi State. There's the head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs, Jim Donnan. He in his 4th year here, and in the 90s, Donnan has won 94 games, the 4th most victories of any Division 1A head coach. Remember, he was a very successful head coach at Marshall when Marshall was Division 1 AA. There's the kickoff, Carlisle taken down at the 7-yard line. And great coverage. And step shy of the 20. Gang tackle there. Great coverage on the opening kickoff. Brett Milliken on the run back. And now Quincy Carter, number 17, the sophomore from Decatur, Georgia, will run the Georgia attack. He is 2nd in the conference in total offense and 3rd in passing yards. He has thrown for over 2,000 yards.
It's going to be, like we said, Mark Colton's going to side him. It takes a Rebel defender out of the ball game. Basically follow 17 wherever he goes. They got illegal substitution.
the shotgun a good deal, or he's threatened to run as well, but a 5-yard against Georgia.
Not the way Jim Dodd wanted to start the ball game. You know, it turns into field position early in the ball game when you have penalties like that and you haven't even run a snap yet.
They didn't start well last week, trailing 30-0 at home at the half, and we're down 38-0 Dublin last week.
That's amazing. At home, 38-0 to a 5 with a 4-4 Auburn team.
Single setback. 3 wideouts. Carter gonna look to throw back, and he's pressured and throws it. And will there be a flag for intentional grounding? Kendrick Clancy, the pressure. What's new with that? He leads the team in sacks and tackles for losses. Here's the starting Georgia offensive line banged up. Jennings, Herndon, Lucky, Breedlove, Stinchcomb. Johnson's the tight end. Carter, the great quarterback, the running back. Sanks, their leading rusher and pass. Edwards, a true freshman, their leading receiver. Greer is the flanker.
They tried
Incomplete.
to hit the running back down the sideline there, man-to-man ISO.
2nd and 15. Georgia at its own 14. And a hand off, and there'll be nothing there. Hit at the last rim. Kendrick Clancy again, the senior from Tuscaloosa, the London. Jasper Sanks, their leading rusher, 4th in the conference in rushing. There's the Ole Miss starting defense up front. Burgess with the Clancy in there in lieu of them, Fisher and Elam. And linebackers, Spearman, Johnson, and Strong. Spearman missed the last name, had a hernia surgery. And in the secondary for the Rebels, they've had a few problems last game. Lucas Strickland, Seneca Taylor, and he hurt.
Got an empty backfield, Bill.
15 from shotgun. Carter over the middle. There's an open man through his hands at the 35, though, and incomplete. That could have been a receiver. Jermaine, a junior from Oswald, Georgia.
They tried to spread Ole Miss's defense out there in the isolation on the linebacker. Just here, time right across the middle, just to put a little too much air on it, but he was there. He had the receiver right across the middle, as you see right there. But a job Ole Miss coming out, getting an stand early.
When Kopp, the punter, left footer, and a good kick. McAllister back near the 40. Drop ball, and the ball is loose. McAllister muffs the punt, and Georgia has it. And Georgia tied for first in the conference in turnover margin at +8. It looks like Phillips on the recovery.
Well, you see right there, he took his head off. He probably should have fair caught that one. And you see, look at him looking down. Watch his head go down right when he gets ready. Right there. See, he didn't even watch the ball in his hand. He was looking where he was going to run the ball. Boy, it's kind of a tale of 2 stars for Deuce McAllister the past 2 ball games.
That was Jermaine Phillips, number 5, recovering. 1st and 10, Georgia at the Ole Miss 41. Shifting their offense and running motion. Banks trying to get outside and maybe a couple yards to the 39. Dragged down by Ronnie Hurd, the strong safety. One of those 17 seniors. He's out of Lake Jackson, Texas. Sanks averaging 81 yards a game on the ground and 5.5 yards per carry. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, I tell you, Ole Miss now having to come right back out after running 3 plays. It's interesting to me. Ole Miss looks like they're running a lot of man, doing a lot of substitution here. It's a little confusing about Ole Miss defense.
Again out of the shotgun. Carter underneath. Edwards, their leading receiver, running across the field. And he has the first down inside the 30-yard line. That looks something like Freddie Millens out of Alabama, brought down by Tim Strickland. Terrence Edwards, a true freshman from Georgia, a high school quarterback. The most freshman catches in school history. That's 44 of them.
And the brother of Rob Edwards, the great running back, that unfortunately had to try to tackle for 3 years. 1st and 10.
Bulldogs at the Rebel 27. Out of the eye. And a soft spot in the middle. Sanks takes inside the 20. Taken down by Ronnie Hurd in the secondary.
Ole Miss doing a lot of substitution on defense. A lot of substitution now. You see, this is a design cutback. Nice job by Sanks finding the lane. And you see nobody's hitting him until he's 4 yards down the field. He's a big guy. He's going to get his speed up. It makes it even better once he gets rolling.
8-yard pickup, 2nd and 2 at the Ole Miss 19-yard line. Carter audible, checking on. We got the Saints inside again, looking for 2 and a first down. Looks like he got it to about the 16. Dropped by John Rahm, the defensive end, a junior from Costa Mesa, California. Ole Miss is 2nd in the conference in rushing defense, but Georgia having a little success running the ball early.
They sure are. Georgia always has historically been a very good running team. They really start up front with Skinstrom and all those guys across the front for Georgia on the offensive line. They do a great job of knocking people off the ball.
1st and 10 at the Ole Miss 16. And again to the tailback. Very little this time, into the left side, a yard and a half perhaps. At the bottom, Eddie Strong, the sophomore linebacker of South Panola, who leads the team in tackles.
Georgia going with 2 tight ends and a dual backfield. I wouldn't be surprised if they really try to run the ball, efficiently tonight as far as running. First, if you can run the ball like they have so far in second situations, it'll be a positive. Helps the passing game out, which is really so deadly.
2nd and 8 at the Rebel 13. Little mix up there, but they get the handoff to Saints, and nothing cooking as he takes a look at the line of scrimmage, delivered by Armiga Spearman, the senior linebacker out of Bruce, who against Georgia last year had 10 tackles.
He's still down on the field, too.
We have an injury timeout. Georgia had the opening possession, 3-and-out punted. McAllister muffed it, recovered by Jermaine Phillips in Ole Miss territory, and then Georgia has run the ball. And we have an injury on the field with 10:57 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back with more. There's no score.
It's only a little scratch.
Here a scratch, there a scratch, everywhere a scratch. And they're all an eyesore. What you need is GS27 Scratch Remover. GS27 gets rid of those surface scratches and paint swirls quickly and easily. Simply rub it into the scratch, then polish to a beautiful finish. The scratch is gone. GS27 is not an abrasive, and it works wonders on any color. Would you do this to a brand new car? Ouch! But GS27 removes that ugly scratch quickly and easily. It'll even remove paint scrapes and unsightly rust. GS27 is only $14.95, but order now and get a second tube for only $5. That's 2 for just $19.95. Order now.
To order GS27, call 1-800-515-9944 or send a check or money order to the address listed.
This summer, we've got a new season Oz. Until then, every Wednesday night at 10, get inside the walls of M City and relive the first 2 seasons of this powerful and compelling series. Prepare yourself for the season premiere and find out who your friends really are. Oz, every Wednesday night at 10.
For Georgia, now the Bulldogs will take a timeout as they came out in the gun. Look, they wanted to run something. Carter didn't like what he saw.
That really surprised me there. They had an injury timeout. That is a, you could say a pet peeve of a head coach having an injury timeout or coming out of a timeout and having to call another one. But, a big third down early in the ballgame for Georgia, trying to put some points on the board. They've run the ball, 4 or 5 plays in a row. Hadn't seen Quinn Carter put the ball up in the air much, so probably going to see maybe a little play action, possibly a bootleg. I think with him, you put him in the shotgun and you roll him and get him out to the football because he's so dangerous.
Well, you saw Carter there. He originally signed with Georgia Tech, and then he was drafted in baseball by the Chicago Cubs in the 2nd round in 1996. Has played 2 years in the Cubs minor league system in rookie ball and in low A ball, and he said something this week that was a bit disturbing to the Georgia faithful. He said he might skip football next year and concentrate full-time on baseball. That's a little bit surprising for a guy who's hit 215 and 211 in the low minor league.
Well, that's your sport, Bill. You would know more about it than I would, but he's certainly had a better football career than he has baseball, as you can probably attest to. But I know that probably upset a lot of Georgia fans to hear that, but I'm sure they'll probably do something to try to keep him around. Evidently, he's a great talent, you know, and not only football but baseball too.
Carter, last year the SEC Freshman of the Year, and his first 2 years, and he's still got a couple of games this year. He has thrown for more yards than Eric Zier did, the great former Georgia quarterback, and he's thrown more yards than a lot of great quarterbacks their first 2 years in college football, including Heisman Trophy winner Doug Flutie.
You're exactly right. I remember him watching play last year down at LSU, kind of his coming out party. Him and Champ Bailey single-handedly beat a very good LSU team last year in Death Valley, kind of his coming out party.
Well, Georgia in the red zone this year, though, has only scored 74% of the time. 17 touchdowns, 6 field goals. 3rd down and 8 from the gun, empty backfield. Carter pumps near the goal line and incomplete in the end zone. Covered by Ken Lucas, the junior at Cleveland, Mississippi. And they'll have to settle for the field goal.
Nice job by Ken Lucas staying in coverage. They try to watch the pump like that here. They try to throw a little short screen and then send the inside slot receiver up the field. But a nice job by Ken Lucas staying in coverage.
Looking for Edwards, the freshman. Happines, the field goal kickers, made 8-12, as long as 54 yards. This will be from 31 yards away. And hooked it left wide, no good. Hines, a senior from Marietta, Georgia, who has made 51 straight PATs, misses a short field goal. Timeout at Vaught Hemingway Stadium. First quarter, and there's no score.
The kitchen's where we all come together.
I learned so much about life right here.
This is where I give my best advice. Like never serve anything but fresh chicken. Miss Goldie chicken from Sanders Farms. Like you, they believe the most important ingredient is freshness. That's why you find Miss Goldie in kitchens throughout the South.
No wonder the most crowded room in the house.
Miss Goldie chicken from Sanders Farms. As always, Sanderson Farms fresh.
Hole 3 of the Cooper Tire Invitational, a par 10,000. Our leader Lang 7,012. Bill, how did he get there?
Well, Jim, Arnold's gotten through some rough terrain thanks in part to his Cooper tires. Then that nice run keeping it left along the Canadian border. Arnold, what's in store for the rest of the hole?
Gotta clear those giant heads. The Cooper tires will do the job. The world is yours. Drive on.
Now Nokia Discovery. Dead batteries are inconvenient. That's why Nokia makes wireless phones with more than 4 hours of talk time and 200 hours of standby time. Inspired technology with a human touch. Nokia. Connecting people.
Visit any Bell South Mobility retailer and you could win a trip to one of these exciting games.
And first down, play action. Miller throwing complete out of bounds at the 33, a 13-yard pickup to Jamie Armstrong out of Shannon, his former high school teammate. The Rebels' first play of the game, ran play action from the 20 and hooked up on a completion of 13 yards. There's the starting lineup, that big offensive line. Reyes, Metcalf, Claxton, Vincent, and Wade. Reyes and Wade, the seniors. Tight end is Adam Bennis. Miller, the starting quarterback. Gunn, second in the conference in rushing. Sanford, the blocking back. Peterson, the leading receiver. And Flournoy. Peterson in motion, 1st and 10. And we have penalty flags dropped on the play. Georgia missed a 31-yard field goal with a chance to score. Ole Miss a first down in its first play, now penalty. Illegal procedure against the Rebels. That'll be a 5-yard walk-off. Merrill Miller, second in passing efficiency in the Southeastern Conference. Eight up in the box. And tailback motion with Gunn. Quick drop, looking for Gunn. Nice move. Out to the 36-yard line. Good move by Gunn in the flat. Tackled by the middle linebacker, Kendrell Bell, a junior from Augusta, Georgia. There's the starting defense for Georgia. Grant, a true freshman. Seymour and Stroud, NFL prospect juniors at the tackles. Adrien at the other end. Good linebacking with Bailey, Bell, and Grant. Their problems have been in the secondary. That 3 new starters this week. Wansley, Henderson, and Vieira, new starters, along with Larry Mann. 2nd and 7. Ole Miss at its 36. Gunn has her open to the midfield stripe and beyond, and there's a penalty flag down back in the Ole Miss backfield. Terrell Vieira, the strong safety, a redshirt freshman from Slidell, Louisiana, made the tackle on Gunn, who knifed his way through a hole on the left side. Miller, the quarterback, picked up the flag and returned it to Bill Goss, the referee.
You can't really, you're not supposed to do that. Pick the flag up, walk with it. I'm sure the referee will not be real pleased with that.
Late hit on Miller.
Yeah, you got a personal foul on Miller. You can see it. After he handed the ball off, defensive line went ahead and finished him off, but Romero needs to learn you can't pick the flag up and walk around with it.
Well, Gunn gained 15 yards and then 15 more in the penalty. Gunn second in the conference in rushing, averaging 93 yards a game and 5 yards a carry.
I think it's real key to get Joe Gunn. You know, his confidence might be down a little bit. He hadn't got his hands on the ball much. I think it's real big to get him the ball early.
There's that full line. Gunn on the left side again, and another penalty marker down. Joe picked up about 3, and we'll see what this penalty will be. Tackle made by Orontis Grant, weak side linebacker, a senior from Atlanta.
I think you're going to have all sides on the defense a little quick. Romero doing a good job of drawing them off. Yeah.
Oh, another penalty against Georgia.
Those penalties are just as good. I tell you, they Rebels get another down here. Right there over the 3, right there. Wilson.
That was the defensive right tackle, Richard Seymour. So 1st and 5, Ole Miss at the Georgia 29. Again, they come out in that full line. 8 in the box again. That's the up back. Charles Stackhouse stacked up and thrown back. He was the opening season fullback, had the knee surgery, missed 4 games. Will Witherspoon, a backup linebacker, sophomore from Panama City, Florida, making first contact.
Good to see Charles Stackhouse back in the lineup, getting some carries after suffering that knee injury against Auburn. He's really, I mean, Torres Henry's done, don't get me wrong, has done an excellent job, but Charles Stackhouse is such a powerhouse. He said he gives you multi-dimensional. He can catch the ball.
Well, they spotted the ball back near the 30. That's wrong. Now they're going to change it, move it up to forward progress, a couple of yards ahead of them. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
2nd and 2.
Like a first down inside the 25-yard line. Richard Seymour making the tackle, a junior from Gadsden, South Carolina. NFL prospect, 6'6", 295. Gunn with carry again. Joe, the sophomore, Amory.
Rebels aided by that penalty there, picking up another first down. Really nice drive. Like you said, Romero just hadn't had to make a lot of plays with the running game, doing such a great job. He doesn't have to be great at throwing the ball.
Ole Miss leads the conference in rushing yards, 186 per game. 1st and 10 inside the Georgia 25. Gunn taken down by Terrell Vieira, the strong safety starting this week in a revamped secondary, which torched against Auburn last week.
But they run that down and around. They'll pull Kedrick Vincent. He does a great job of doing it. He did a great job getting there and knocking his man out there. Then you get Joe Gunn making a nifty move, picking up some yardage.
And we have a Rebel injured on the play. Gunn comes up and Deuce McAllister, 22, and a tailback. There's Jim Donnan, head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs. And there's some rumors, Walker, that that North Carolina may be talking to Donnan about a head coaching job, even though officially ex-Ole Miss assistant Carl Torbush still has his job.
Well, you know, from what my sources have told me, and my sources can't be wrong, they were the ones that told me that Turbo wasn't going to Auburn. But, you know, from the guys I've talked to have said that he is courting North Carolina, or they're courting him very closely.
2nd and 7 at the 21. Adam Bennis, the tight end, the injured player, came off. Miller will throw. In the shot, batted down, incomplete. He wanted to get it to McAllister. And the left end, Charles Grant, a true freshman from Colquitt, Georgia, knocked it down. Now, Grant, you talk about versatility, number 19.
Right.
He leads them in sacks. He has scored a touchdown, and he's blocked a punt on special teams.
Done a little bit of everything. Yeah, that's what you're seeing, though. In these days of college football, you're seeing the talent just get better and better. Guys are not just playing one way now, as we saw 2 weeks ago against in the Ole Miss Arkansas game.
3rd and 7. Ole Miss Rebels second best in the SEC in third down conversion. 42% of the year. From the gun. Over the middle. And complete inside the 5 to the 3. The area, the tackle on Corey Peterson, the second leading receiver in Ole Miss history. He's caught 131 balls, 8 away from the record of Boris Fisher.
What a great job by Romero, sitting in the pocket, offensive line giving a lot of time, and just throwing that inside wrap to Corey. I mean, how many plays is this guy going to make for Ole Miss in his career? Just always coming up with the big play, great hands, setting up a 1st and goal for Ole Miss.
1st and goal at the 3. McAllister, 22, the deep back. He's already scored 11 touchdowns this year. He'll get a chance for 12, and he'll get a block and get to the corner, and he will score. Number 12 for McAllister. He's 2 away from the full record of touchdowns scored in a season. 6-0 Ole Miss.
You see, not only does he have power, he's got the speed. It's a tall sweep towards Stanford with a nice block right there. It's just bring him outside enough to give him the corner. Just outruns everybody.
And a good block, too, by 89, Doug Ziegler in their tight end. Now Les Binkley, who hasn't missed a point after this year. The junior from Memphis. He's made all 32 of them. And adds yet another. 6:17 to go in the first quarter. And the Ole Miss Rebels have scored first, leading the Georgia Bulldogs by a score of 7-0.
If you don't have time to watch, log on to grtv.com. It's the store that's always open. When you want to find out more, bookmark grtv.com. Still deciding? Up at your convenience, 24 hours a day at grtv.com. Did you forget the 800 number? Click twice on grtv.com. Convenient, on demand. grtv.com.
The excitement of SWAC football is here. There is nothing better than a battle in the SWAC. The fans, the bands, and the football. SWAC football is the best. Don't miss SWAC football. It's the bright young stars of the future delivering the best in college football action today. Stay tuned to this SWAC television network station, the home of SWAC football.
Somewhere closer than you might think. This place that's still so good and clean and fresh. A place where the memories are created every day. Call 1-800-ALABAMA and find out why Alabama is what you love.
happy in Oxford as the Ole Miss Rebels lead 7-0, going 80 yards in 9 plays. A drive that took just over 4 minutes, scoring on a 3-yard run by Deuce McAllister. Carlisle McGee, short kickoff. Milliken out at the 12. It's over the 25 to the 27-yard line, a 15-yard return. Well, Georgia will have it 1st and 10, trailing 7-0. Milliken, who returned the kickoff, also a backup running back. All SEC academic honor roll last year. Georgia's going to come out in an I formation now. They've run a lot of one back and from the gun. Cross sweep, trying to get outside. Patrick pass, his first carry, and he turns the corner and knocked out of bounds near the 35-yard line. Pass a senior from Tucker, Georgia, averaging 6 yards a carry. Knocked out by the cornerback over there, Kenny Lucas.
You see the replay, your basic toss sweep. Derek Bird is getting great penetration, but a good job of blocking by Georgia. Armiga Spearman trying to run it inside out. You know, Georgia's always been notorious for having these big physical running backs over years, always. You know, started with Herschel Walker through the years.
Pass weighs 213 pounds. Picked up 8, 2nd and 2. In the backfield, pass on for loss. I would guess Clancy. Another tackle for a loss by the big senior out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
How many times have we seen that? It's like a replay every time. The guy, you cannot block him one-on-one. Look at the penetration. You cannot block the guy one-on-one.
Only won a couple of games. He had the ankle problem. Was he not the mainstay?
Yep. That's the only thing that I didn't know anything that stopped him this year is his ankle. No, it sure hadn't been other teams.
He's had 17 tackles for losses. 3rd and 5 Georgia at its own 33. Carter in the gun. Plenty of time over the middle. First down completion out over the 45 with a tight end, Javaris Johnson, who's 6'6", weighs 258, covered by Ronnie Hurd.
There you see the strong arm of Quincy Carter. Nice throw.
Carter's completed 57% of his passes, 14 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions this year. 1st and 10, Bulldogs at their own 45. Trailing 7-0. Carter will throw on 1st down. And he hooks up in Ole Miss territory at the 45 with Hurd knocking the tight end Johnson out. Johnson back-to-back catches. He's got 20 balls on the year. Last year, the only game he started was against Ole Miss.
You just see in isolation, Georgia coming out this time and throwing the ball on 1st down. Quincy Carter doing a good job getting the ball right over the top of Armiga Spearman, who was dropping the coverage. Ronnie Hurd right there to make the hit. Chucky Morris Kurtwood winner.
1st and 10, Georgia at the Ole Miss 44. Carter will throw again. Plenty of time. Delay drag right over the middle and inside the 25 to the 24. The backup tight end, Randy McMichael, a redshirt freshman from Fort Valley, Georgia. His 24th catch, tripped up by Tim Strickland, the senior from Memphis.
There you see it again. Watch him as he stands in here and he just lets everything clear. Lets it all clear and then delay.
So another 1st down completion. Carter coming out. And now movement in the Georgia offensive line at the almost 24-yard line. Delay to the short side pass to the 18. Tackled by Ronnie Hurd again, who returned an interception for a touchdown against LSU this year.
See, that's just your counter, and you've got to bounce that ball outside. Georgia's doing a great job of getting hat on hat there. You know, they're getting 7, 8 yards of play on the first down running plays. There's no reason to go there. You'll see they'll pull two right there. They'll pull a tight end and they'll pull a lineman. They'll put a hat on a hat, and then it's just a one-on-one. One tackle for the ball carrier.
Second down, 4 to go inside the Ole Miss 20. Pass. Close to a first down inside the 15. Pass hampered by injuries last year. Ronnie Hurd makes yet another tackle, helped out by defensive lineman Tyler Williams, a senior from New Jersey. But it's another first down for Georgia at the Ole Miss 14. Missing in the run pass effectively here.
Doing a really good job. You know, I mean, when you can run the football like we've always said, when you put the pass and Quincy Carter's first down and do both.
The 11-yard line, a pickup of 3. Pass again undercut by Eddie Wrong and Ken Clancy, two of the leaders in that pass. Pass like Carter, baseball player, played 3 seasons in the minors in the Florida Marlins organization. So if they can't get it in the end, some may be able to hit one over the wall.
I don't know, Carter batting 215 or something like that. I think baseball final professor to be a great player, but that usually doesn't put food on.
Second down and 7. Back in the gun and a mix-up on the back when the ball is loose. And Carter fortunate to cover. He wasn't ready for the ball to be snapped by Miles Lucky, the center, and he was indeed lucky that he got it.
He was.
Neal was there.
It looked like, you know, he was checking off. Look at him. He's checking his play, and there goes the snap. Not once. Lucky actually to get back on the ball.
Lucky a little quick on the trigger, but then again, you have to be. If you're one of triplets, you got to grab that food on the table. They had 3 triplets, all named Lucky.
Yeah. All
played football together and all signed with Georgia.
Exactly.
Third down and 14. Back at the 18, friendly shotgun. Out of time. Complete near the 10, short of a first down on a hookup route to Terrence Edwards, their outstanding freshman. Tim Strickler on the coverage. Edwards, number 8, actually enrolled in school in January and played basketball last year at Georgia, and now he's their leading receiver. In the first game of his career, he caught 10 passes at Georgia for 196 yards.
You've seen a lot of more people enrolled in
half 5 minutes, 31 yards. We'll try even a shorter one, 27 yards. A little bit high, but a good hold by Kopp, the punter, and he makes it. It's 7-3. Georgia settles for the field goal, and what cost them that prematurely.
Exactly.
We'll be back with more in Oxford, Mississippi. Rutgers timeout.
Up in the air about this weekend. Are you looking for the big plays in college football and the NFL? Then watch the hottest sports show on TV. Watch the Final Score with Joe Wiz.
This one is easy. Take Indy plus the point. The Seahawks could be the most improved team in the AFC. Buddy Brister is no John Elway, and Denver will not repeat. There is only one way to go in this game, and that is to take the underdog.
These are my kids. Their minds go 1,000,000 miles an hour. When the cable company connected us to the internet, it really helped to keep the class tuned in. I want these children to have the very best tools to help them learn. Sometimes it's even hard to get them to go home at night.
Good night, Will.
Comedy Central's The Daily Show with Jon Stewart, celebrity guests.
Who wants to see more of me?
I did enter the Tobacco Queen Festival in college for some extra cash.
You win because you have a larynx.
I didn't win.
And you should have trading cards of you. It's the only thing I've kept.
The Daily Show with Jon Stewart, Monday through Thursday at 11 only on Comedy Central.
Georgia gets a field goal, moving 63 yards and 11 plays. Ole Miss on top 7-3. Bulldogs had over 5 minutes in that last possession. Georgia kickoff. Brent Kerouac, a freshman for Duluth, Georgia, gets a squib. They'll keep it away from McAllister. Fielded up front, returned out over the 35-yard line. They didn't want Deuce to get it. He went 100 yards for a touchdown the last game. Made by Brett Milliken and Thomas. But good field position for the.
That's the advantage Deuce McAllister brings to you. Even if you touch the football, they don't want to kick the ball. And look at this. We started right there.
It was Kevin Thomas who returned it after the 38. Motion in flat to Gunn. Last time they threw it to him. Now he goes deep, and they run a screen the other way to Sanford, who has running room. And he's out over the 45. That was set up from an earlier play. The backup defensive end, Demetric Evans, made the tackle, a junior from Louisiana, but 22 starters for Georgia offensively and defensively, 18 of them from the state of Georgia.
Good job by Romero really holding that ball and setting up the screen. Nice job by Tord getting up the field. And another good, big positive game for Ole Miss on first down. Really sets up where they can really pound them with that running game.
8-yard pickup, and it is 2nd and 2 Rebels at their own 46, spreading the field with 4 wide receivers. And a first down run and a lot more into Georgia territory inside the 30-yard line. Joe Gunn taken down by Pat Burnett, a redshirt freshman free safety from College Park, Georgia.
What a bench they are. I mean, Joe Gunn's kind of been unheard of for the past 2 weeks, 2 ball games. Really hadn't done a whole lot, Bill.
25 yards rushing there. It's the end of the first quarter. Timeout after 1. Ole Miss leading Georgia 7-3.
Hi, I'm Kenny Mayne along with Dan Patrick, who will now speak.
Don't miss SportsCenter on ESPN and Comcast Cable.
If I had one of the TV ratings television, the #1 show in the country, 11 p.m. SportsCenter. Okay, maybe it won't hit #1, but it'll definitely give Dharma and Greg a run for them.
I'm not a crazy cat lady, but I am glued to this Animal Planet channel.
Animal Planet, like this monkey. You can't turn it off. I am hooked on Emergency Vest. It just pulls you right in.
They've got Judge Wapner's Animal Court.
And this crazy Australian dude and a crocodile hunt. They've even got sports.
An animal twice.
Smells like fun.
Animal Planet. It brings out the human in us.
TV has evolved.
On Animal Planet, anything can happen.
If you don't have time to watch, log on to grtv.com. It's the store that's always open. When you want to find out more, bookmark grtv.com. Still deciding? Shop at your convenience 24 hours a day at grtv.com. Did you forget the 800 number? Click twice on grtv.com. Simply convenient. On demand. grtv.com.
Back at Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi, Bill Wahlberg along with Walker Jones. We're heading into the second quarter, and Ole Miss ahead 7-3. 1st and 10, Georgia 29. Joe Gunn already 40 yards in just 4 carries. The Rebels scored on the touchdown drive of 80 yards. Georgia answered with a field goal. And now Ole Miss moving again, mixing it up with a run and a pass. Well, at 7-2, best record they've had 9 games since 1990. Jim Dunn, the head coach at Georgia, he looks at that full eye against him. toss sweep. That's thrown. He squirms forward for a short gain. Taken on by the defensive tackle Richard Seymour, who was the SEC Defensive Player of the Week in their win over South Carolina this year.
We haven't seen that bootleg or any play really out of David Cook yet today, as well as tonight actually, as well as running the ball.
There's the first quarter numbers. About even in yardage. Second to the 29-yard line. Underneath, short gain and a completion to about the 27-yard line. McAllister coming out of the backfield. Linebacker Will Witherspoon made the tackle on him.
Well, we're showing a variety of formations tonight. They had that time the kind of split backfield with the three backs. Really giving Georgia a different look to see.
3rd and 8 at the Georgia 27. Miller blitz away off the mark and cut for Peterson sooner than he wanted as they blitz in the secondary.
He had Torrey Sanford absolutely wide open on the left, but he couldn't really stand in there because of the blitz from Georgia. Georgia did a good job of scheming Ole Miss there and coming to the side that Romero wanted to go to.
Now this will be a lengthy field try by Les Binkley, the junior from Memphis, who's hit 11 out of 15. His longest on the 46. This would be 44 yards. It will come after this Ole Miss timeout. 13:30 to go in the second quarter. Rebels leading Georgia by a 7-3 score. And trying to even things in the field goal department as Binkley will try another one. He's 5th in the conference in scoring. Has now scored 66 points this year. That's the 3rd most points by a kicker in Ole Miss school history.
You know, that is something Ole Miss has starved for over the years, the kicker. And not since Brian Lee and Tim Montz have really had a guy who was consistently good inside 30 yards. Les Binkley has all this. I mean, a field goal kicker is always your leading scorer on the team, more than likely. And he is such an asset, you know, when you get to 30 and you got some points locked up.
He came the long route, went to the University of Tennessee as a walk-on. Left there, went to a junior college to play baseball in Tennessee. Then he transferred to Northwest Mississippi Community College, was the great JUCO kicker there. And now his first year with the Rebels has been a major part of the success of this team.
I don't like for him having to stand out here on a cool night, almost having to take a timeout because they didn't have enough guys on the field. And now you're almost icing your own guy. I mean, as you see him right there trying to stay loose, and now he's got even more time to think about this kick. And sometimes you'll get in the situation you'll outthink yourself, and instead of just lining up and kicking the football like you know how, you get a little too technical and kind of analyze a little too much. So I don't like Ole Miss to take a timeout before they're supposed to.
Each team has taken one in the half to see with 2 left. Bobby Killian is the snapper. And of course, it's a 3-person game. The kicker gets most of the credit, but boy, you've got to have a snapper, and that holder becomes so important.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's one of those jobs that goes long unnoticed. Is unless a good snap in a hold, the kicker is useless.
Ben Craddock is in this hold. Having held high school, a member of the Holders Union, we had to get a plug-in for them. He's got enough leg. It makes it. A 44-yard goal by Les Binkley. And Ole Miss 7 again. A 10-3. Well, he's hit 14 now. He's one of the semi-finalists. Groza, Kicker of the Year award in Division 1A football. We'll be back with more at Vaughn Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. Right after this timeout.
Arliss stands behind his players. Now they're standing behind him.
Backed by popular demand. Arliss.
I want
Arliss.
I crave
Arliss. Get me Arliss.
A season without Arliss is like playing football without a job.
Arliss.
You haven't heard from the network that knows Hollywood best. The E! True Hollywood Story. Every night at 9. Only on E!
Among game show pairings, they take the cake. Bob Barker and Ron Roddy can't hold a candle.
Ben did all his stunts for Ferris Bueller.
That's like pale in comparison.
The Fresh Prince of Washington.
There's just no comparison. Ben and Jimmy are back for an all-new season.
Win Steins Money. Weekdays at 7:30 p.m., 6:30 Central on Comedy Central.
Carlisle McGee kicking off, sending it inside the 5. Patrick pass, returning it, and trying to get outside, breaking a tackle and goes out of bounds. Out at the 3-yard line. Ole Miss with a field goal, 35 yards in 6 plays, and leading it 10-3 as Jim Donnan sends the play in with Quincy Carter, his big quarterback, who is 6'3", weighs 223.
You got to wonder what we mentioned. There you see the scoring drive finished off by Bentley. How it really plays in these Georgia players' minds about the rumors about their head coach. Ole Miss faced a similar situation last year.
Single setback. Carter to throw on first down over the middle. Wide open. Johnson, the tight end, to the Ole Miss 43-yard line. Javaris Johnson, a junior from Anniston, Alabama. Finally brought down by Seneca Taylor, the multi-talented defensive back who's been a receiver, a basketball player as well.
Watch, you'll see Al Rice, he cheats up here. This is actually his play right there, and he left his, and left Armigas locked up one-on-one with him. That is actually a linebacker's coverage area, and it's like he got stuffed a little bit. You know, tight end's a little bit of a big weapon for tonight.
4-yard completion to Johnson, who's already caught 3 balls. Jasper Sanks on the sweep. Keeps his footing inside the 30. Gained about 4 first down. Dropped by Tyler Williams. 275-pound defensive tackle out of Independence Junior College. Second down at 6.
Look at that, 6 foot 226. Tap back from the old days.
Yes, that's a sophomore from Columbus, Georgia. Played in the same high school. Notice defensive back Justin Coleman, number 21. Sanks cuts inside a couple of yards. Covered by Al Rice, as your linebacker from Hattiesburg, who leads the team in fumble recoveries this year.
You look at these running backs, 220, 230, 240 pounds. I mean, that was a defensive, offensive lineman 20, 30 years ago.
And now quarterbacks in this conference weigh 220 or more.
Well, when I was playing, I was outweighed by the other team's backfield, playing linebacker most of the time.
3rd and 3, Georgia at the Ole Miss 36. Sanks appears to have the first down close to the 32-yard line. They spread it out with 3 wideouts. Linebackers Sean Johnson and Al Rice made the stop. 1st and 10, Georgia at the Ole Miss 32. Donnan, who came from Marshall, winning national championships and won AA. Carter. Toss sweep. Sanks lowers the helmet, gets inside the 30-yard line. Sanks this year at 156-yard rush against LSU and became the first Georgia running back since Garrison Hurst in 1992 to rush for over 100 yards 3 straight games.
Wow.
Here's the attendance tonight, the third highest ever. All this year, of course, almost 51,000 people here at Von Henway Stadium.
That's a positive for Ole Miss, seeing the attendance. Really set attendance records. Interest for Ole Miss football is at an all-time high these days.
2nd and 8, just inside the Ole Miss 30. Down in the box, Carter to throw. And lobs it anyway and completes it. Close to first down at the 22. Eddie Strong and Tim Strickland there defensively. Terrence Edwards, a true freshman, split end. Watch this again.
See, this is the dimension he brings you that we talked about in pregame. I mean, most other quarterbacks would have already been on the turf. He's able to stay on his feet, move around, and still find the guy. Not only avoid the sack, but actually pick up yardage.
3rd down, less than a yard. Well, they just converted a 3rd down earlier, so another very important play. The long setback. Sanks didn't get much more than a yard, but might have gotten enough for a first down. Taken down by Shane Elam, the defensive end, a junior from Covington, Tennessee.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him. When you got a back that's 230 pounds, it's such an advantage, in those short yard situations.
Well, Sanks in high school rushed for over 5,000 yards in his career, and he also kicked a 48-yard field goal in high school. First attempt, the Ole Miss one. Georgia trying to go into tying touchdown. They'll run the toss sweep again. Come back, Sanks, and he'll lose a yard or more.
Good. Amesy Williams making a nice tackle on the cutback. Nice job, almost really penetrating and forcing Shanks to really have to cut back and just get back to the line of scrimmage.
Williams, a junior from Philadelphia, Mississippi. Also won 2nd down and 11.
Amesy Williams, the first cousin of Pete Manning, Philadelphia, Mississippi.
Having a great year in the NFL with Indianapolis.
Good.
That line of scrimmage defensively. A quick slant and drop though by Jermaine Phillips. A good read of the defense by Carter. Went for the quick slant, but Phillips couldn't hold it.
Sure, nice shot, Quincy Carter. Seeing Phillips was look at see how he gets rid of this ball. Got the running back, didn't even move, and just taking his eyes off the ball. But a nice job.
Well, 3rd and 11, Walker, they've had success with the tight end. Let's see if they look for him again. Maybe that delayed drag pattern.
Yeah, they're going to go with that shotgun formation.
Carter, and a diving effort and a completion near the 10-yard line. Ronnie Hurd on the coverage, and it was the tight end, Randy McMichael, his 25th catch of the year.
Boy, these tight ends are killing us. You'll see Quincy Carter just really staring dead down the middle of the field, really trying to hold the linebacker. And Ronnie Hurd unable to get out there to prevent the pass. They've done a good job of overloading one side and coming back with that one route out the backside, that corner route.
They have 5 receivers who've caught over 20 balls this year. First down 10 outside the 10. They can get a first down without scoring. Patrick Hamm, maybe a yard, not much more, and thrown back by a horde of rebels led by Al Rice, the 225-pound linebacker.
Nice job by Al Rice. Good gang tackle by Ole Miss. That's what you got to do. It's a big back like that. You don't want to have solo tackles in these games. You want to have a lot of assisted tackles where there's 3 and 4 red shirts around the ball every time you touch it. Al's had a nice career at Ole Miss. Was my backup 2 years ago. Linebacker really did a good job.
So you've taught him everything.
Yeah, exactly. Taught him how to run. Taught him how to catch.
2nd and 9 at the Ole Miss 10. Carter. 4-yard line. Ronnie Hurd and Senator Taylor on the coverage.
Using that tight end again, Bill. I know we keep sound like a broken record, but they're such big targets.
Let's check how many catches the two tight ends have. Johnson and McMichael. I think each has. We'll check with John or Statman to see if they've already pulled 6 passes. 3rd down and 3 at the 4-yard line. And Georgia wants a timeout, so they'll have 1 left in the half. Yeah, the two tight ends each have caught 3 for a total of 6 balls. Timeout with Ole Miss leading Georgia 10-3. The Bulldogs knocking on the door.
Finding a good business consultant was easy with the Real Yellow Pages. Now I need a good idea where to meet for lunch. They even show their menu. Your credentials really impressed me.
Thanks, Dixie. Okay. First, location is vital. Then we'll determine necessary capital improvements, depreciation, analyze staffing factor, and merchandise mix, inventory control, and replacement, which, of course, will impact on turnover speed. Any questions so far?
The Real Yellow Pages from Bell South. Get an idea.
Do you charge by the hour or by the word?
The Southeastern Conference setting the standard. Unprecedented year in athletic and academic achievements. 12-member institution committed to excellence and the promise of future. The Southeastern Conference champions are made.
At Brian, we think there's a lot to like about living.
Outdoor grills, family fun, you'll get time for everyone. Down again and in a bun. That's what I like about love.
Brian Juicy Jumbos have been a family out for generations. You'll love them. We guarantee this.
That's what I like about Brian. That's what I like about the South.
Key 3rd down 3 for a 1st down. 4-yard line Ole Miss for Georgia. Quincy Carter's completed 9 of 120 yards, and if they put him in the shotgun, look out for the quarterback draw.
Exactly. Well, they're not going to go to the shotgun.
They roll out and run it. They're going to give it inside. It doesn't work. Patrick pass hammered by Kendrick Clancy.
Yes, sir.
Strange call, though.
Yeah, you know, I think what they did there was trying to really spread Ole Miss out. They're going to go for this. They really tried to spread Ole Miss out and then hit them with that, you know, with a power running game, but you can't do that on 96, as we've seen all year long. They're going to go for this here, Bill.
Well, they're inside the 5. They got to get 4 yards for a 1st down. Single back his pass, who can catch it as well. Carter rolling, looking back, throwing incomplete. Tried to get it to the tight end, Javaris Johnson, who thought he was held. Al Rice on the coverage, and Ole Miss will get it at its own 5-yard line.
Nice job by Al Rice staying home. You see the same route they tried to do. They threw it out the backside. Good job by Al Rice.
Good call, though.
Great call.
And Rice staying home with a big tight end. We had told you they'd hit 6 balls already to the 2 tight ends, Johnson and McMichael. Georgia had a long time, but no points out of it. Rebels leading 10-3. First and 10 at their own 5. Looking for some breathing room. Gun deep, hand in the eye. Motion, movement up front. Gun gets the ball. Markers go down. Gun never did.
This will be interesting. Call it like Georgia's guy moved defensive tackle.
Well, the change in that rule, it could go against the defense if they move first and cause the offensive man to move.
Let's look. See, you know, that to me, how do you call that on the offense when the guy jumps over the line like that? You know, they give the defense a chance to get back. They ought to give the offensive guy a chance there. I don't agree with that call.
That was Brandon Miller moving up front defensively for Georgia, who last year had 2 sacks in their Peach Bowl come from behind victory over Virginia. So now first down and 12 at the 3. And Dunn just looking for a little room out beyond the 5-yard line. Joe averaging 93 yards per game rushing, tackled by Boss Bailey, the strong side linebacker. His real name is Rodney Antonio. He's the brother of Champ Bailey, former All-American defensive back at Georgia and a first-round pick by the Washington Redskins.
These brothers are quite a attribute to the Georgia team with Robert Edwards and Champ Bailey's brothers. So.
Well, they got the Stitch Combs too, the offensive lineman.
Sure
his
do.
brother played there. They got the triplets, the lots we talked about. The regular Frank Greer, his dad was an All-American at Georgia. Now the Red football operation. Second and 9 at the 6. John lowers helmet, full twisting out over the 8-yard line. He was dropped by Bailey again. Sophomore from Folkestone, Georgia, played some quarterback in high school. He's tied for their team lead in total and leads team solo tackles as a sophomore linebacker.
Got a great future ahead of him. 5'9", 200.
Third and 6. Ole Miss between the 8 and 9-yard line. Miller in the shotgun. 4 wideouts. Time to throw. Open. Stun. Armstrong. Tackled by Cap Burnett, the free safety. Armstrong's been nicked up this year, so has Flournoy and L.J. Taylor. They wideouts.
What a nice job by Jamie Armstrong, just finding the seam in the middle of the field, taking a big hit, hold on to the football. It's a nice throw by Romero. Look at him in the pocket.
Miller's completed 57% on the year, 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He is 5th in school history in career passing yards, tracing a guy by the name of Archie Manning, who's number 4. Play action, Miller, screen pass. And maybe a yard, and that's about it. In the flat, Jamie Henderson there to tackle McAllister. Henderson, a cornerback from Carrollton, Georgia, is a junior who went to Mississippi Gulf Coast Junior College.
Trying to get the ball to Deuce McAllister. Looks like he loses his footing here. Oh yeah, just lost his footing there.
Not many yards from McAllister in this first half, but he leads the conference 5th in the country in all-purpose yards with 171 a game. Second and 9, Rebels at their own 20 now. Alistair to the 33, picked up about 4 on the play. Tripped up by Richard Seymour, the defensive tackle, who leads their team in tackles for losses with 12.
Set up another 3rd and long situation for Ole Miss.
Well, they'll go out of the gun again. Yep. 3rd down and 5. They need to get to the 38. Empty backfield, looking to the sideline for the play. And incomplete. Miller had to throw quickly because he was pressured. Vieira on the coverage. And it looked like it was going to be tough to get it to Stackhouse and hang on and make the catch coming out of the backfield.
Yeah. Kind of a vicious hit here. Looks like he might have got his face smashed. Ooh.
Was Jesse Miller. Regan King averaging 39 yards a punt. A low end over end, just got it away, but gets an Ole Miss roll. Fielded at the 34-yard line. Pass, breaks a tackle. Gets outside. And is out of bounds on the far sideline. Pass 4th in the conference and punt returns. Just a 32-yard punt. And we've got a timeout on the field with 2:19 to go in the first half. Ole Miss leading Georgia 10-3. Now the Bulldogs have missed a field goal, and they went for it 4th down inside the 5, came up short. We'll be back for more right after this timeout.
Flipping through the TV and bam, it's amazing channel and
Entire network dedicated to programming with an animal twist.
So Animal Planet's not a planet? No. Jupiter is a planet. So Animal Planet's a show? No. The Crocodile Hunter is a show. I thought he was a loon. No. The Crocodile Hunter's a show. Like Judge Wapner's Animal Court's a show. Like Emergency Vest is a show.
How else can I explain it, cows?
on Animal Planet, anything can happen.
Somewhere closer than you might think, there's a place that's still so good and clean and fresh. A place where the memories are created every day. Call 1-800-ALABAMA and find out why Alabama is what you love about the South.
If the sun is bad for me, why do I look so good with a tan?
I understand nail pattern baldness. I just can't find the pattern.
How can I tell my daughter I've been there when obviously I haven't?
Help is on the way. From the people who bring you Discovery comes a new TV channel and revolutionary website devoted to your health. Discovery Health Channel and discoveryhealth.com.
Georgia 1st and 10 at its own 43, trailing by 7, just over 2 minutes to go. Carter shifting back into the gun. Throwback screen, and great coverage and a loss. Back to about the 38, Ronnie Hurd, the senior, strong safety coming up to make the play.
Nice job by Ronnie trying to do that underneath screen that we've seen so much now. You'll see the half roll by Carter. He's going to throw back across his body. Ronnie Hurd just coming underneath the lineman, pulling out. They're doing a great job of getting up the field.
Edwards the catch. They lost about 4. Empty backfield, 4 wide out to the right side, as you can see. Short throw underneath, and very little gain. Slipping was Edwards, a true freshman and their leading receiver, who's averaging 16.5 yards a catch. He's caught 8 touchdowns, 1 shy of the score for TD catch in a season. They got 3rd and 11. The Bulldogs at their own 42-yard line. Drop over the middle, almost picked off. Again, they try to get it to Johnson, a big 6'6", 258-pound tight end.
Trying to hit that big target across the middle and just a timing slant, kind of a skinny post is what they call it.
As Johnson explaining his pattern, talking it over with Carter as they go off the field. Win Kopp is the punter, a sophomore from Athens, Georgia, averaging 38 yards. His longest is 60. Left footer and a good one this time. Peterson gathers it in at the 12 and breaks the tackle. Corey tripped up near the 18-yard line. 1:04 to go in the half. 44-yard punt by Kopp, who's also the holder on their field goal kicking unit. So do the Rebels just take a knee, run it out here?
Well, that'll be an interesting, you know, I think that you've got a, touchdown lead. You might maybe try 1 or 2 plays here, try to hit something up top maybe. But I wouldn't see him try anything real risky, any type of play that puts Georgia in a position to get the ball back. I think you maybe take a shot down the field on maybe some type of post or takeoff pattern, try to get an isolation one-on-one. If it doesn't work, then you just run the clock out. But I think you got to take at least 1 shot. You grab some momentum possibly.
A low-scoring first half, but really the team at times have moved the ball better than score rate reflect.
Well, you're exactly right. Georgia, going missing a field goal off the bat early, and then getting the ball inside the 10 and going for it on fourth down, not getting it. So they've been in position to put some points on the board. Just hadn't converted. They've moved the football, and both teams are pretty evenly matched as far as the stats, if you look at the first half stats.
There you see David Cutcliffe doing a tremendous job in his first year as the head coach of the Rebels. Of course, he took over and coached Ole Miss at the Independence Bowl win and upset of Texas Tech last December. And then this year, his first full season as head coach, sending his quarterback Romero Miller, the junior out of Shannon, out to the field. If Miller throws a touchdown pass tonight, he would break the school record for touchdown passes in consecutive games, which he shares with Archie Manning.
Right.
And they're going to operate from the gun in 3 wideouts. He can run a draw out of this. And they do. They did run the draw play out to the 25 where Terrell Vieira made the tackle on Joe Gunn. Gunn has had 5 100-yard rushing games this season. And in this game, he now has 59 yards and 7 carries. A second and a short 3. Run it again, and first down, Gunn. Ball comes loose, and still loose. Looked like Ole Miss got it, but they may not call a fumble anyway.
They called him down.
Gunn, a sophomore from Amory. First down run. Out to the 33. 32 seconds to play in the half.
I think you've put yourself in a position maybe to take a shot down the field here.
The Rebels don't have that real deep threat. Miller will throw. Keeps it underneath and underthrows his target. They were dropped back in zone coverage. He bounced it to Maurice Flournoy. Good pressure up front by Richard Seymour, that 6'6", 295-pound junior tackle.
You see, I think Romero gets hit here when he's throwing this football. Let's let him see. That ball was tipped. Ball was tipped right at the line. He actually had Flournoy open. Get the ball down. Nice job by Georgia getting some penetration.
97 there. Morris Stroud, the other tackle, 6'6", 300-pounder. Second and 10, swing it in the flat, McAllister. A straight arm pushed out of bounds at the 34 by Boss Bailey, the strong side linebacker and their leading tackler. Stops the clock with 16 seconds to go to half.
And then, 16 seconds left on the third down. I think you throw the ball down the field. If it's incomplete or if it's intercepted on down the field, it's just like a punt. So I think you've got to take a shot at getting the ball down the field here instead of taking a chance of running the ball and fumbling and giving Georgia the ball on your side of the field.
Number 5, Maurice Flournoy bringing in the play to the huddle. Third down 9, Rebels at their own 34. And now Miller will take a timeout. He didn't like something that he saw after the play comes in with 16 seconds to play in the first half of the game. And the Ole Miss Rebels leading it over Georgia by a 10-3 score. And Miller will talk it over with head coach David Cutcliffe, the former offensive coordinator at the University of Tennessee. Miller's had quite a season, but Walker, he hasn't had to do so much on his own with a great offensive line in the running game.
You're exactly right. And, not only has that offensive line done a great job of run blocking, they do a great job of protecting Romero Miller. I don't really remember him taking any big hits or really having to worry about not having time to throw the ball. They've done a great job of protecting him and keeping people off of him so he can throw the football when they've had to.
Need to keep him healthy. In fact, it was last year against Georgia, the last play of the game. He broke his collarbone and was unavailable for the Egg Bowl against Mississippi State. And young David Morris had to step in for his first playing time and start that game.
Against the Jolie Dunn defense, which would give anybody fits. That was the last play of the ball game. Very unfortunate injury for Ole Miss, and really played a big role in that Egg Bowl game.
Third and 30. Miller's in the shotgun. Behind Peterson on a turn-in pattern, and 4th down and 9. Corey Pearson, a senior from Germantown, Tennessee. He's one of only 2 Ole Miss players in history with 40 catches or more 3 straight seasons.
Had a tremendous career, made a lot of great plays in his career, you know, big plays.
One of the best low pass receivers I've ever seen, catching a low ball down below the knee.
Who could forget that 2-point conversion in Starkville?
All right, again, King, the punter, the junior from Ackerman. And the end, the short punt again. Patrick pass at his own 34, down at the 35-yard line. With 2 seconds to go, the tackle made by Darius Tate. Well, Tate, who's a defensive back by trade, and he is an Atlanta, Georgia youngster, redshirt freshman. Just a 33-yard punt by King, and only 2 ticks left before halftime.
Kind of a quiet first half, not a lot of scoring, but a lot of good offense. You know, we're seeing the ball moved up and down the field by both teams. Just not a lot of execution once they've gotten inside the red zone.
Another one early turnover by Ole Miss. Georgia leading the SEC in takeaway margin.
Look at this. Georgia's going to...
They're going to swing it out and see if they can make a big play out of an extended lateral, if you will. They'll get to the Ole Miss 40-yard line as the half ends. Al Rice making the tackle at the end of the half. Jim Donnan heading off the field trailing by a touchdown at halftime. We'll be back for more at Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. Ole Miss Rebels 10, Georgia Bulldogs 3.
How does cable TV make education come alive for our children? What are 41 million students getting from cable's commercial-free educational television? Ways that make geography and history come to life. Electronic field trips all over the world. And cable TV downloads from the internet 50 to 100 times faster than a phone line. And it's...
Taylor. 2 very versatile athletes back there. McAllister leading the conference in all-purpose yards. He's returned kicks, completed passes, caught them, run with the ball from scrimmage. Taylor, a starting defensive back, also has a long touchdown catch and plays basketball too. Kerouac the kickoff for Georgia to start the second half. And again, they'll scrub it, trying to keep it away from Deuce. It goes by Taylor into the end zone. Well, here we'll down it for a touchback.
Smart play. A lot of times you got my hand there and get confused and try to bring that out. Smart play.
So the Rebels will be first and 10 at their own 20, leading by a touchdown. They had 13 fewer plays in the first half and didn't have any big plays to speak of, especially compared to the recent games where they've been scoring over 30 points with regularity.
Exactly. You know, Georgia's done a good job of Georgia has not played a bad one. They're down 10-3, but they've really outplayed on this.
Despite the fact that Georgia Bulldogs are last in the conference in total defense. Defense have held up in the first half. Dunn tripped up after a pickup of about 3, off and running through that left side tonight. Tripped up by Marcus Stroud, the big left tackle, 6'6", 300-pounder.
I mean, it's a game of inches. You watch this. He is an inch from breaking that and really turning that into a very big game. But a nice job by Georgia getting a hand on him and tripping him up.
Rebels 2nd and 7 at their own 23, and they've got 4 wideouts. Tripped up by Dunn, maybe a yard, and that's about it. Firing up Kendrell Bell, the middle linebacker, who is a transfer from Middle Georgia Junior College. He's blocked a couple of kicks this year. He's recovered 3 fumbles and intercepted 3 passes.
And it was Deuce and Georgia. And they're, like we said, they've always good against the run, and that hadn't been their problem this year.
And McAllister averaging 5.5 yards carry, but in this game, got only 8 yards in carry. 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, pressured and sacked. Back into 15 by big Richard Seymour, 6'6", 285. Only the 15th time this has had a quarterback sacked, and Miller is hobbling off the field.
bet is not serious. We don't need that gun like we had last year.
Reagan King standing inside the 5 to punt it. The sack by Seymour, the junior from Gadsden, South Carolina. Georgia figures to get it good field position here. Nice kick this time, better than his other two. Near midfield pass. The Ole Miss 20-yard line. And we've got a player slow getting up for the Bulldogs.
Kind of a hush over this crowd after they saw Romero Miller limp off the field.
And David Morris has played very little as his backup. Miller's still a little hobbling there on the sideline.
Well, you hate to see that.
Now last year, last play, Ole Miss, Georgia. Miller desperation throw, you'll see it. Off for the scramble. And then the broken collarbone results.
Right there.
Georgia on first down, a run inside the 30-yard line for first down. Kendrick Clancy, the tackle on Jasper Sanks. The leading rusher in the game in the first half for Georgia with 30 yards and 12 carries.
So just your delay draw to Shanks, and there he is. He's showing he's got a little shake to him, not just a big back, can also make you miss. 2nd and 1. Now watch Georgia. They might try to go up top here with some play action on the 2nd and 1.
Sanks, and he gets down the 27-yard line. Sanks hampered by injuries last year. He had hernia surgery in January. Was tackled by Sean Johnson, the junior from Bruton, Alabama, at a Northwest Community College. You see Miller getting that right ankle taped.
Hope he's able to come back, but I know David Morris downfield getting loose as we speak.
Bulldogs 1st and 10 at the Ole Miss 27. Miller looking better there after the tape job. Sanks up about 3 on first down. Dropped by Shane Elam, the defensive end. Romero check at right ankle. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for Georgia.
It's good for Georgia to come out here and get some of this momentum back.
They're going to send out 3 wide receivers and a single back. 7 in the box, half rolled. Carter, nice throw, completes it to the 15-yard line. And that'll be a first down to about the 11-yard line, where Anthony McGee, the junior from College, Mississippi, made the tackle on Parker. Thad Parker, a junior from Atlanta, his 25th catch of the year.
So this is what Quincy Carter brings you. He gets outside and he can buy himself time with his mobility. Watch him buy time, and then makes a nice throw back across his body. Got a very strong arm, and sets up a 1st and goal. The one good thing for Ole Miss here is that they cannot get a first down. It's a true 1st and 10 for a touchdown.
Sanks gets half of it to the 5-yard line on first down. Shane Elam brought him down on the play. And the Rebels are bringing 3 defensive substitutions down here. 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line for Georgia. The Bulldogs were down here in the first half. Came up empty and went for it 4th and 4 and didn't even get 3 out of it.
Looks like a heavy situation here for Georgia bringing in. They got 3 tight ends in the ball game.
Motion and run behind the motion to the short side of the field, and just a couple of yards for Jasper Sanks, the sophomore from Columbus, Georgia. It'll set up 3rd goal at the 3. Sean Johnson at the bottom of the stop.
This will be an interesting call here, Bill. 3rd and 3. We saw the same situation earlier in the first half. They tried to run the ball, and they came back on 4th down with the pass. So, it's going to be nice job by Eddie Strong there. It's going to be interesting to see the play call here. I wouldn't be surprised to see some play action here. Maybe try to get Quincy Carter outside running the ball.
Well, he rolled to the left earlier and throw. The open side of the field is to his left. They're going to run option. Carter pitching back, and it's out of bounds. They tried the option to the short side, and Sanks couldn't handle the toss. Defensively, Seneca Taylor, the sophomore free safety from Gulfport, up to disrupt things.
You'll see a nice little wrinkle for Georgia at the option, and Sanks actually had some running room there. And they learned from their first half mistake. They're going to put points on the board here.
A severe angle off the hash mark for Hap Hines, who's made one and missed one tonight. 9 out of 14 on the year. Win Kopp is the holder. The chip shot goal is good. That's 10-6. The Ole Miss lead has been sliced to 4 with 9 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the third. For the field goal by Hap Hines, the senior from Marietta, Georgia. We'll be back with more from Vaught Hemingway Stadium, Oxford, Mississippi, right after this timeout.
The kitchen's where we all come together.
I learned so much about life right here.
This is where I give my best advice. Like never serve anything but fresh chicken. This chicken from Sanderson Farms. Like you, they believe the most important ingredient is freshness.
What's for supper?
That's why you find Goldie throughout the South.
No wonder it's the most crowded room in the house.
Mississippi chicken from Sanderson Farms. As always, Sanderson Farms fresh.
Dear BP, what if people could call a big BP store and order things? And fly 9 helicopters. That way people could go where they're going faster. Sign Lauren.
Dear Lauren, our BP stores are designed so people can fly in, get what they need, and fly out. As for your idea, it's growing on us. BP, we keep you moving.
At Brian, we think there's a lot to like about living in the South.
Outdoor grills, family fun, real good times for everyone. Down home cooking in a bun, that's what I like about the South.
Brian Juicy Jumbos have been a family favorite in the South for generations. You'll love them. Our family guarantees it.
That's what I like about Brian. That's what I like about the South.
Hole 7 of the Cooper Tire Invitational. We talked to our leader about this crucial hole.
Tough hole. I rely a lot on my Cooper tires and my low iron.
Here's some replays of you through the Midwest.
Had a few nice shots here in Missouri.
And then that impressive run down the Gulf Coast. We're live in the Everglades. Arnie lying 8,000.
The world is your course. Drive on.
Mississippi, one of America's top 100 research universities, provides leadership in scientific agriculture. Our researchers work with corporations such as Monsanto and Delta and Vineland to design genetically improved cotton that protects itself from insects and resists disease. Mississippi State biotechnology research reduces the need of chemical insecticides, and that benefits farmers and the environment. Mississippi State University provides leadership for the 21st century.
A scoring drive resulting short goal by Hap Hines. And kicking off is Brett Kerouac, a freshman from Duluth, Georgia. Taylor 23, McAllister 22. Back deep for the Rebels. Like Deuce to get it, he holds the school record for kickoff return yards in a game and in a season. A 100-yarder for a touchdown the last game here 2 weeks ago against Arkansas. They have squibbed it thus far, and they do it again. And it'll be fielded up front at the 20-yard line, and there's a lot of room to run into Georgia territory down to the 45-yard line. The tackle made by Robert Arnaud.
They kicked it to the wrong guy. That's a running back. Robert Williams, they kicked it to.
Williams, a true freshman from Gadsden, Alabama, 36 yards on the kickoff return of the squib, so it backfired on him.
Well, it's done it all night. Deuce does not have to touch the ball for him to make an impact on this ball game. As you've seen, they're almost got great field position after that. They're afraid to kick it to Deuce, so give somebody else a chance like Robert Williams.
McAllister's man in the eye. Fake to him. Miller to throw. Deep. Looking for Armstrong. Incomplete inside the 10. Had 1-1 in the sideline. Broken up by Tim Wansley. Little cornerback. 5 sophomore from Buford, Georgia. He was a high school state champion in the 100 meters at that school.
Nice ball. Really laid it out there. And good defensive play. Nice defensive play. Almost trying to go up top early, hit him big.
Trying to go deep to Armstrong, averaging almost 17 yards a catch this year. 2nd and 10 at the Georgia 44 out of the gun. And now the hitch complete to Maurice Flournoy. Hit hard by Wansley, the cornerback, after pick up of Fuller. Flournoy's 20th catch of the year. He's a sophomore from Fort Myers, Florida. Sternum injury and missed a couple of...
They really took a big hit down at LSU and bruised his sternum to see him back in the lineup. Interesting yardage here, 3rd and 6. Be surprised to see try to get Romero outside, let him roll a little bit.
He'll be on the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 3rd and 6 at the Georgia 40. They blitz. He stands in, got a man open and just missed. Trying to get it to L.J. Taylor. Terrell Vieira, redshirt freshman from Slidell, Louisiana, on the coverage. Taylor there, number 14, caught a 71-yarder earlier this year. That went off the mark, and now Reagan King into punt. They'll try to pin Georgia back inside the 10-yard line.
Actually had L.J. Taylor there, just overthrew it a little bit. I think that angle is really kind of bothering Romero more than people really understand. I've watched him those past 3 plays, and he has not been able to get back there and really set up or move around the pocket like normally.
And maybe that's why they ran him out of the gun every play there.
Exactly.
We have a timeout on the field with the score. Ole Miss 10 and Georgia 6. And we'll be back after this.
I stumbled upon an unexpected stowaway named Romance. She worked with me in Venice, spellbound to San Francisco. Or was I watching the Travel Channel?
If you want mad getaways, there's only one place to go. Everywhere we do. The Travel Channel, now from the Discovery Channel.
Breakaway! With the new Travel Channel.
Cinemax is looking great.
Oh, absolutely.
And now there's more of it. Multimax from Cinemax.
Great.
4 different movie channels. It all starts with Cinemax.
Different movie every night at 8.
But if you want an alternative, there's Max. Just blowing up, there's Action Max. And if you want suspense, there's Thriller Max. 4 channels for the movie fans. It's Multimax from Cinemax.
Yeah, like Osmo's Pressure Treated Pine from Great Southern Wood, the lumber with a lifetime guarantee. Jimmy, you just like her because she's wearing yellow. No, Coach, that gal's got talent and a winning smile to boot. So remember, if it doesn't say Osmos on the yellow tag, believe me, you don't want it.
Hi there. You know, TV can inform, educate, and entertain, but not everything is appropriate for kids. Here's something you can do to take charge of your TV.
To make informed choices about what programs are right for your children, use the TV ratings. The ratings give you information about the content of a show and whether it's appropriate for certain ages. The ratings can help you make smart viewing choices and use the family TV wisely.
Brought to you by the National PTA and the cable television industry.
That's good. Some more toilet paper.
All good, but...
Bad monkey.
Getting gay with kids here. All new drama.
Whoa, dude.
Same old attitude.
You're gonna be held bad grade if you don't... Did you just split me up?
South Park, Wednesdays at 10 p.m., 9 Central, only on Central.
Reagan punted from near midfield. Kicker near sideline. Didn't hit it very well, though. Georgia will get better field position. The Bulldogs thought they would as they'll spot it on the sideline out of the 30. Let's see where they're going to put it.
Wow. That ball went in the stands. A fan caught that punt.
That's only a 5-yard punt. They're going to mark this at the 30-yard line. Inside the 10. So much different look in field position.
That ball, the fan got more than they bargained for catching a punt.
Now the Bulldogs have outgained the Rebels and had a lot more plays and time of possession, but trailed by 4. We'll take it 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Georgia still has to play Georgia Tech in a rivalry game, and Heisman candidate Joe Hamilton, although Georgia Tech losing its last game in an upset to Wake Forest. Ole Miss has its in-state rivalry game Thanksgiving night in Starkville against Mississippi State. Right. Quincy Carter talking it over with head coach Jim Donnan in his 4th year. He's won a couple of bowl games for the Georgia Bulldogs. In fact, last year they trailed 21 points and came back and beat Virginia in the Peach Bowl.
Yep, Georgia's never had a shortage of athletes, that's for sure. Really, Georgia Tech's the only school in that state they have to recruit against. They get a lot of guys historically from the state of Florida. And Georgia, you talked about earlier, we alluded to Jim Donnan and the rumors possibly surrounding on his history as future actually as a Georgia coach. And it's interesting to see that Georgia has not shown any ill effect about something else. They played a very good ball game tonight.
There's David Cutcliffe checking with Romero Miller, his quarterback, who limped off the field a couple of possessions ago. A quick completion on a hitch to Terrence Edwards out near the 40. Ken Lucas making a tackle on a true freshman from Tennille, Georgia, who was a high school quarterback.
Good job by Ken Lucas. One of the guys that played both ways.
Edwards, who caught that his last game against Auburn, 8 receptions, 151 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
He is a true talent. It doesn't hurt you anymore to be a true freshman. Freshmen are playing more and more.
Not at that position.
Exactly.
2nd and 6 at the 39. Out of time, Carter throws short. Ball squirts loose out near the 45. Looking for the tight end, Randy McMichael. Covered by linebackers Armiga Spearman and Sean Johnson. And we're talking about that, Walker. Think of some of the games we've done this year and the impact young receivers have in this conference. Millens, sophomore at Alabama. How about the true freshman, Myers, the leading receiver at LSU?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a position where it's not a very, it's a cerebral position where you have to do some thinking, but basically you just get out there and let your talent take over. You just go make plays. You don't have to think as much as you would say as a quarterback.
3rd and 6. We've seen a lot of key 3rd down plays. Empty backfield from the gun. And the movement and markers go down.
Everybody's pointing at everybody, of course.
Looks like the Rebels had the blitz on and were coming early. Or they induced offside or not.
It'll be an interesting call here. This is one of those calls where he said, she said, basically they're going to both point at each other, and whoever can lobby the most.
Bill Goss will tell us.
Oh.
Shane Edelman appeared at the top of the screen, was across prematurely. Number 59, and he now is replaced by number 50, John Rahm, at defensive end.
And that changes. You see the mass substitutions by Georgia. That changes their whole perspective. Now for going to the passing down, now it's probably a rundown.
3rd and 1. Bulldogs at their own 44.
Yeah, they're going to go run here. Power.
Jasper Sanks is the deep back in the eye, and he gets the ball. And I don't know if he made it or not on second effort. Might have gotten it to the chains, but he was hit shy of the 1st down marker. Eddie Strong, who leads the team in tackles and only a sophomore, all SEC freshman team last year, made the hit, but it's 1st and 10, Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia, you just, when they get, third and short, they're really, probably 90-95% sure they're going to just power the ball at you like they did there.
Edwards to the bottom of the screen. Greer, who hasn't caught a pass, up to the top. Carter. Incomplete at midfield. One of the tight end, Javaris Johnson again. He caught 4 balls in the first half. Armiga Spearman, who leads the team in forced fumbles on the coverage.
Really working those tight ends hard. You'll see here just a straight drop back pass, and he's just waiting for that tight end, that big target to clear up. Actually should have made the play there. Nice job, Armiga Spearman, with a big hit.
Johnson is 6'6", weighs 258. That's another trend you're seeing in this conference. Gigantic tight end.
Who can run?
Carter's now 14 of 22 throwing, 161 yards. 2nd and 10. Out of the spread. Lofting for an open man, and there's Edwards on the sidelines. It's tipped out of bounds at the 34. Al Rice, the linebacker, to Patrick Pass, who's a running back, shares the tailback spot with Sanks, but they've thrown to him quite a bit this year. His 15th catch.
Just see, this is man-to-man. Al Rice has him man-to-man here, and he just turns him loose. For whatever reason, he just turns pass loose down the sidelines. That's a man-to-man coverage for the linebacker there.
Yeah, they ran Edwards down the field to clear the area, and then Pass swinging in behind it.
Exactly.
1st and 10 at the Ole Miss 32. Quick drop. Almost a one-handed grab by Edwards, covered by Ken Lucas.
Nice job by Ken Lucas. But DB won't ever turn around and look at the ball. He did a good job there of trying to make a play on the football. As you'll see the replay here, just your straight, basic 3-step drop. He does a nice job of placing even inside position, and that's the only place that Coach Clark could throw that ball without it having a chance to get in.
Georgia 2nd and 10 at the Rebels 32. Out of time. Got a man open. The tight end incomplete. Randy McMichael was open, but it was overthrown. Great pass protection.
You see again, isolation, a running back or tight end on a linebacker, man-to-man up the field.
Let's see if this is Williams that's on the coverage.
It sure was. He's your outside, strong side backer. He's got the tight end man for man there.
They're getting great matchups, Georgia.
Great matchups. And that's what you get, Bill, when you got guys who can run like they do at running back and tight end. You can match them up with a slower linebacker.
3rd and 10, and Ole Miss 2nd in the conference in sacking the opponent, but they're not getting anywhere near Carter tonight. And now he's going to run it on a quarterback draw, but no gain. Tackled by Armiga Spearman. 245-pound senior, ending his home career.
This is going to be it. See, it's a good call. They spread Ole Miss out, but Ole Miss had a sellout blitz. They sent all 3 of their linebackers. As you see, Sean Johnson made Armiga Spearman right there. See if they're going to try to kick a field goal here. I believe they are.
Very long if they did. 4th and 11 at the Ole Miss 31. Hapine's longest, 54 yards.
He's got the leg, evidently.
This would be 50 yards to bring Georgia to within a point. Doug Davis, the snapper. Cop will hold. And kick on the way. Well, he got it. 51-yarder by Hines. Now it's 10-9. The field goals has been only one touchdown tonight. 5:40 to go, third quarter, a 1-point game. We'll be back for more SEC football from Ole Miss after this.
He's gone! Goodbye! The run for the title is on.
See you later. Touchdown!
It's college football season, and we've got your Big 12 excitement right here.
Absolutely sensational. Oh, my goodness! Right off the side. He's got it! Touchdown!
College football is definitely back.
Good night!
Only one network delivers more golf than anywhere else.
The Golf Channel brings you everything you want to know, watch, and enjoy from past and present in the world of golf.
More live call-in golf chat.
Not bad for an old stiff guy. Very fitting.
And instruction with top teaching professionals.
All right, Rob. That's a very common problem.
More up-to-the-minute nightly golf news, worldwide tournaments, plus early round coverage of premier PGA Tour events.
And much more. The Golf Channel. More golf.
CSS, my eyes, volunteer. With the man whose career ranks first among active NCAA head coaches, the Phil Fulmer Show. Tennessee football. Can T. Martin and the rest of the Vols pull off another national championship? Watch CSS and find out. And UT Classic. Tennessee football too good to see only once. CSS, your sports story in the Southeast.
And I rate David Cutcliffe after that 51-yard goal by Hines and Walker. He and the Rebels thought that the kick had expired prior to the snap.
Yeah, and I think that's what he's arguing about, is that the play clock had run down, and which made it a huge difference on the field goal. You know, we're guessing that's what it is. I did not see it, but he was not very happy about something.
There's an interesting change in a return alignment. McAllister's been moved up ahead to the 15-yard line.
Yeah.
Peterson and Taylor back at the 5. They've been squib kicking with Kerouac all night. Although last time the Rebels got great field position, now they get full and kick it beyond Deuce. Taylor at the 5. Sineker over the 25. Out to the 28-yard line.
You think they know where Deuce is?
They found him. Robert Arnaud, a backup running back, making the tackle for George. He's a senior from Laurel, Georgia, one of the fastest players on their team. Now the Rebels, 1st and 10 at their own 28, have not done much offensively in the game tonight. There's the drive prior to the long 51-yard field goal.
Safety corner blitz.
And only maybe a yard, running on 1st down to the 29-yard line. Gun carry. He was tackled by Charles Grant, a true freshman defensive end. 6'4", 266, so at times they've used him to run the ball.
See, what Georgia does is they force double teams because those two tackles are so big. Then they got two really fast defensive ends. Offensive line, they frees up other guys to come make the play.
2nd and 9 at 29. 7 in the box. Run it with McAllister, trying to hit outside. Go to tackle, ran over another one, and goes out of bounds. Tim Wansley, who's 5'8", 179, run over by the 212 McAllister.
Yeah, you see, he ran him over right there. That's a bad mismatch for a cornerback. You see Romero Miller's ankle heavily taped. I think it's limited somewhat. You see his fell on the it makes that joint gets really tight, you know, quickly. You know, cool night like tonight.
3rd down and 4 from the shotgun. Blitz. Incomplete, throw a little bit behind. L.J. Taylor, late penalty flag is thrown. Terrell Bieria on the coverage. Strong safety of 6'3", weighs 213.
I think they had interesting call there. That one came from the other side of the field. I think Ole Miss and David Cunningham lobbied for that one. That one came from the official on the Ole Miss sideline.
Pass interference on Vieira. 1st down Rebels. Leading by only a point.
Jim Donnan's turn to moan and groan now. Let's look and see if we can pick it up here. Well, you can't really tell there. It's tough to tell there. Fisher must have seen something.
Miller from the gun at 1st down, looking deep. Thrown incomplete. Intending for West, the true freshman from Memphis, covered by Tim Mosley, and they became twined during the route. Miller 9-17. throwing only 73 yards.
I tell you, we're seeing interesting here, Bill. Georgia has blitzed the last 4 downs, which they didn't do much, in the first, third quarter. They know he's hurt. They don't remember he's hurt. They're putting more pressure on to make him run and take another hit on him. They have blitzed a lot more since he had that ankle injury than they have Tyron.
And he's not thrown out of the T formation since being hurt. Staying back in the gun, 2nd and 10.
Back off.
This rush for McAllister, close to midfield. That'll set up about 30. Tapped by Will Witherspoon, who last year led the Georgia team in special teams for tackles. He was helped by Boss Bailey. So here's another one of those possessions. 3rd, 2.5. McAllister is out wide to the top of your screen. 4 wide out in the shotgun. How do they blitz again? And they're coming with 5. And it's batted up and intercepted and then dropped. Nearly picked off by the senior linebacker from Atlanta, Orontis Grant. Oh, it'll be 4th down from midfield.
Ole Miss does not look sharp on offense. Especially Romero, in particular, Romero Miller. Let's look. It looks like the ball was batted again. Let's see if what Georgia Bulldog. Look at that. What a play. He was cut on the play.
It looked like Marcus Stroud, the big left tackle.
Sure did.
He's a junior NFL prospect.
Had a chance for an interception there.
Reagan King. Where the punt. Good spiral this time. Will turn over. Fair catch. Back inside 5. That likely would have gone into the end zone. Looked like would have hit her about the 3 and gone in. Michael Greer with a fair catch. His father, director of football operations at the University of Georgia, and a former All-American at Georgia. 45-yard punt.
He's going to hear it from the Georgia sideline. That big break for Ole Miss. That ball probably would have gone in the end zone.
His dad was a defensive lineman back in the late 60s for the Bulldogs. 3:38 play, 3rd quarter. Draw. Ole Miss still up just by 1. Ball nosing the 5-yard line. Saints with blocking gets out to the 10, about 5 yards, brought down by Sean Johnson, the linebacker. Well, a huge edge and time of possession to Georgia in this one.
Sure is. They played very well. They're still trailing ball, but if you look at the stats, you think Georgia had the lead ball game.
2nd and 5. Bulldogs at their own 10-yard line. Saints now 59 yards and 19 carry. Trying to make sure he's got the play. Carter quick roll, completes it outside. And out of bounds at the 25. A good block downfield by Thad Parker. Seneca Taylor driving Terrence Edwards out of bounds.
Nice play call by Jim Donner. And Quincy outside the pocket. Terrence Edwards with a nice catch and run. You'll see the block downfield. It's designed. He's throwing to that person only. You see he was blocking all the way.
That's Parker, number 3, knocking down Lucas.
And he was blocking all the way, Bill.
1st down, Georgia. At its own 24. Checking off. And handing off. Nothing for Saints. Might have lost a yard. Anthony Sims was the sophomore defensive tackle out of Memphis.
Georgia is doing a good job of getting out from the shadow of the goalpost. And put some positive the other end. With them being within a field goal, turns to a field position battle.
2nd and 10 at the 24. Carter's completed 16 of 2,699 yards. Lofting in the flat, catch wide open. tripped up outside near the 45-yard line by Sean Johnson, the linebacker. But they're getting open men and matches, and Patrick Pass, a running back who can.
Yep. And see, that just like Bill, you made a great point saying they're getting great mismatches. They are. When you've got tight ends and running backs who can run as well as they can, you know, and you match them up against a linebacker, it just creates a tough situation. You see Sean Johnson having to run a long way to try to make that play. 1st and 10, Georgia at its own 45. Carter again checking off. Pass moving. Sanks takes it outside, lowers the boom inside the 45, and a first down run by Jasper Sanks. Tim Strickland and Seneca Taylor in the secondary to make the play defensively. Good option running, as you'll see here, by Sanks. 5-6 yards a pop every time, and he's not going backwards. He's such a big guy. Look at that. He's just running over people. He averages 5.5 yards a carry, 4th in the conference in rushing this year. Ole Miss needs to step up and make a big difference. You know, no Georgia grab taking care of the football. It's down at the Ole Miss 44 out of the shotgun. Carter pumping, and they finally get it back at the 47-yard line. Kendrick Clancy and Kavon Fisher, the tackles. Clancy leading the team in sacks. He's got 7 on the year. Nice job by Clancy. That's a coverage sack right there, Bill. Quincy Carter bought him some time. They had a lot of time to find a receiver with the Rebel secondary. Did a good job of staying in their coverage area and not losing their ground. 2nd and 13 at the Ole Miss 47. The final minute of the 3rd quarter. Rebels lead it by 1. And a timeout for Georgia. Carter was looking to the sidelines to try to get a play, and Bulldogs and Jim Hanna took a timeout with 28 ticks left in the 3rd stanza. Ole Miss ahead by a point, 10-9 here, and this is once again right down the final moment of this game. It really is, you know, and Georgia's done a good job of coming out and chiseling this lead down to a field, you know, to a 1-point margin. You know, Ole Miss haven't forced a turnover, hadn't had any long big plays like we saw. I guess we got spoiled against Arkansas with the big plays, and you know, Ole Miss putting the complete together. They have not played very well tonight. Georgia has actually, in my opinion, outplayed Ole Miss tonight so far. A lot of the game of football is field position, and the Bulldogs have clearly outgained the Rebels, but Ole Miss has had a little edge in field position to bend but not break with the defense. Exactly right. You're exactly right. So, you know, as you see, though, Georgia's only going to have one timeout in the 4th quarter, which in a close ball game is a big factor. I'm impressed with Quincy Carter, the way he has kept his head in the pocket, has taken care of the football, and he's always found an open receiver. He's bought himself time and hit the open guy. He was the Georgia High School Player of the Year back in 1995. Cater, and as we chronicled earlier, a great athlete, 2nd-round pick of the couple of years of pro baseball in the minor leagues. The Freshman of the Year last year, and very likely could be the first-team all-conference quarterback this year. I wish he would have hit better a little bit better baseball. He probably wouldn't be out here if he had hit the curve. 2nd and 13 at the Ole Miss 47. Catch inside the 40. Tim Strickland, the coverage on the tight end Randy McMichael, who's 6'3", 223 from Fort Valley, Georgia. Nice. What a great job of pass protection by his offensive line. And look at that. A big guy. Look how, and that, you know, a big guy with soft hands like that, you know. This is McMichael's 6th year. He had a special medical year. Last year had a knee injury, ended his season, and an extra year awarded to him. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. At Vaught Hemingway Stadium, Oxford, Mississippi. Ole Miss leading by 1.
I'm not a crazy cat lady or anything, but I am glued to this Animal Planet channel.
Animal Planet, like this monkey. You can't turn it off. I am hooked on emergency vets. It just pulls you right in.
They've got Judge Wapner's Animal Court.
And this crazy Australian dude, a crocodile hunter. They've even got sports.
With an animal twist.
Smells like fun.
Animal Planet. It brings out the human in us.
TV has evolved.
On Animal Planet, anything can happen.
Somewhere closer than you might think, there's a place that's still so good and clean and fresh. A place where the memories are created every day. Call 1-800-ALABAMA and find out why Alabama is what you love about the South.
Ian Blaze and Justine Shapiro have the coolest jobs on the planet.
Oh, yeah. Invite to travel.
Want to go along? Enter the Only Plan to Take a Fan to Work sweepstakes and you log on to travelchannel.com and Ian or Justine could be taking you on their next adventure.
Definitely have to check it out.
Plus, cast your vote for your favorite Lonely Planet episode and August 23rd will air your top picks. Break away with the Lonely Planet and to Work sweepstakes only at the Travel Channel and travelchannel.com.
In Oxford, Mississippi, Wahlberg along with Walker Jones and a full house and nearly 51,000 fans. Ole Miss leading by 110-9. Quincy Carter, the sophomore quarterback for Georgia's completed 18 of 28, 228 yards in the game. He's had a tremendous first 2 years. And the question is, does he stay, and does that man Jim Donnan stay?
Well, all questions, I'm sure, that are on the minds of all the Georgia faithful.
Carter earlier this year ended a string where he threw 170 consecutive passes without being picked.
Wow.
And Vanderbilt got him. Now 3rd down and 5. Plenty of time, looking to second and third receivers, but deflected incomplete. Eddie Strong in there. The sophomore linebacker out of South Panola.
Nice coverage. What great. They were trying to go to the tight end again down here on the weak side, and almost did a great job.
There were the numbers for the 3rd quarter. In that period, Georgia 117, Ole Miss only 13, and 8 first downs to 1.
Golly. I mean, if you were just an observer watching this ballgame and saw those 3rd quarter stats, the last score you predict would be 10-9.
Win Kopp will punt. Peterson back at the left footer hanging out high. Peterson fair catch. At the team, the great hands of the senior from Germantown, Tennessee, gathering it in. We've got almost the whole 4th period to go. 1-1 game. Looking for some second half offense. Excellent quarterback, Romero Miller. A little gibby on an injured ankle, but he's gone all the way.
Almost really needs a big play right here. Get this crowd back in the ball game and get some momentum back on offense.
They're going to run motion with Peterson. Running away from motion. McAllister tripped up in a very short game, maybe a couple. A quiet night for McAllister, tripped up by Kendrell Bell, the middle linebacker, 6'2", 240-pounder.
Deuce just hasn't had, as you see the replay here, Deuce just has not been able to get on track tonight. They haven't given him anywhere.
2nd down and a long 8. Just over the 15. his 13th touchdown of the year. One shy of the school record for TDs in a season. Les Binkley to try to head on the plate. That's the 5th longest run in Ole Miss history. Binkley down the middle. 17-9, an 8-point lead. 13:54 to go. A Rebel offense bottled up most of the game. Gives a hold to Deuce McAllister, and he takes it to the promised land. We'll be back after this.
So you say you want it all, huh? Well, having it all is easy with corporate connections from Communigroup. Customized business packages that meet your company's needs. Competitive long-distance rates and specially designed products for all your in-state and out-of-state calling. And when your employees are on the road, Connect Card allows calling from anywhere they are to wherever they need to be. Fast, top-notch customer care is always ready to help. So call Communigroup and get it all with corporate connections. Communigroup. Get connected.
Here at the first hole of the Cooper Tire Invitational, a par 8,000. Quick update. Earlier leader Arnold Palmer from in front of a pesky giant O. And then he found the rough, and lots of it. Yet seems to be moving along quite well. Bill?
Thanks, Jim. Arnie, what are you using on this rough terrain? Cooper tires. All right, you heard it. Arnie buying 6,020. The world is your course. Drive on.
Kickoff, and he hits it well into the end zone, and it'll be down for a touchback. This home crowd buzzing over the 86-yard touchdown run from Deuce McAllister, who prior to that play had only 7 carries, 21 yards, a very quick 86 yards for Slur, and McAllister now rushing him over 100 yards in this game, 106. He is the 4th leading rusher in school career history with better than 2,000 coming in.
Those 86-yard touchdowns always help to pick up your average per carry.
The Dogs first and 10 at their own 20. Quincy counter play action and pressured by Clancy. Rolls out, completes it to Greer. First down to the 38. Michael Greer's first catch of the game. Tackled by Ken Lucas. Greer, a junior from Athens, Georgia. Last year averaged 22 yards a catch.
There he is. Quincy Carter buying himself more time right there to, let his receivers pop through.
McAllister with that run now. 2,161 career rushing yards. 3rd best in school history. Go with a single back out of the shift, quick drop, and strike. Well, they had him open to Terrence Edwards. Johnny Hurd in the vicinity. Again, they get the matchups in the open time. Edwards dropped it.
I think he wanted to run that a little too soon there. Was looking to run, and you see here, he's got him open. And watch, he's heading up the field before he ever puts his hands on the ball.
But Carter's got the whole package, though. He can throw from the quick drop, the deep drop, the style, roll out, roll left, roll right. 2nd and 10. Carter in the middle, and he hooks up for a completion, a first down to Jermaine Phillips. Senator Taylor.
Wow. He's showing a bit of everything. He's showing you the drop passing game, the quick passing game. See his arm strength here. Thread the needle.
Well protected. it well thrown. It's at the 41-yard line. First down and 10. Single back. They're going to throw it in the flat. And a short gain inside the 30. Robert Arnaud, 206-pound senior from Morrow, Georgia, dropped by Seneca Taylor and Armiga Spearman.
Good pressure by Ole Miss, trying to get back to Carter. And a good job of Seneca Taylor. He knows where his help is right here. He forces Arnaud to go back inside to where his help is instead of giving him the outside.
2nd and 7. Inside the Ole Miss 40. Carter deep on the post. Complete near the 10-yard line to the flanker, Michael Greers. Only 5'10", 170. Ken Lucas on the coverage. Well, they've done very well over the middle. This time go deep post pattern.
So you look at that. What they did is they flooded the zone. Seneca Taylor, the deep safety, he had to cover two. One skinny post up the middle, and then one deep post in behind it. He's got to commit to one of the two.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. And on the ground with a delay. Then lunging to the 7-yard line is Arnaud. Taylor tripped him up. Most of this drive through the air. Quincy Carter now is hit on 22 out of 34, 296 yards. He's 3rd in the conference in passing yards, 2nd in total offense. We haven't seen him do much running, and they've used him to run for a touchdown this year.
Maybe they're easy this drive.
Toss sweep, Arnaud trying to get a block, cut it inside, but only maybe a yard short of the 5. Derek Burgess, the defensive end, a junior from Riverdale, Maryland, making the defensive play.
Nice job of Burgess getting up the field. Really running the ball down. This is a critical, they've made it look easy this drive. Georgia has. And, this will be an interesting play call.
3rd and 3. At the Ole Miss 6, Rebels leading by 9 after the 86-yard touchdown run by McAllister. Carter at the goal line, just short with a completion to the tight end, Javaris Johnson.
Wow.
1st and goal inside the 1-yard line.
What a catch. Those tight ends are such weapons. Big target, tough to go for safety because they're so big.
Now let's see if the bring for 19 here. Frank's down here.
Usually, I do not see him on the field.
Deep back's going to be Denver Sanks, who has scored 5 touchdowns. Carter fumble snap and just had a full on it. Whether it's intended to be a sneaker, he went after the full ball, remains to be seen. But it's 2nd and goal inside the 1.
We can see the same thing.
For a loss, back at the 3. And that was Chad Cook, the junior linebacker, 44 out of Calhoun City, making his presence known.
What a hit. What a hit. This is every linebacker's dream right here. Right, unblocked. What a big hit.
A 2-yard loss to the 3. 3rd down and goal. Now what do the Bulldogs do down here?
Well, they're going to split them out. They're going to try to spread them out here.
3 wide. Single back.
Got a guy uncovered in the slot over here.
Carter, end zone, deflected away. Looked like he had an open man hooking in Edwards, but it was broken up by Seneca Taylor, who leads the team in passes broken up in the year. Chad Cook, the linebacker, there as well.
What a nice play. What a nice play.
That's Chad Cook, 44, diving in there again. Well, he's come up down here. 4th and goal at the 3. They had 4th down and 4 at the Ole Miss 5 earlier game. Went for it, failed. From the gun, watch the quarterback draw. It's a touchdown. He stayed in, completed it to Terrence Edwards. His 9th touchdown reception, tying the school record as a true freshman.
We're going to go for 2 here.
17-15. Of course you go for 2 in the tie.
Got to.
Still 8:25 to go. Carter throwing his 15th touchdown pass of the year.
4th down. What a big, big play.
Now Georgia goes for the tie. An 80-yard drive in 12 plays. Took about 5.5 minutes. There's Edwards there.
Just burned their last time out.
Freshman wideout. Their leading receiver in his first year. Now they want to talk over this very important try for 2. Here's a touchdown again. Well protected.
See, they picked him across. And it's just, you know, he had all day for that. That's a long play that takes to develop, but he had all day for it. And they just pick him apart.
Timmy Strickland, number 3, trying to stay with him on the crossing pattern. Well, if you're Jim Donnan and the Georgia staff, what do you call down here to try to get the 2 and tie it?
Well, you know, usually each team has a 2-point conversion play. You know, they have something that, hey, if we're going to go 2, this is going to be our play. They work on it every day. All right, so there's no decision. There's no question about what they're going to do. So usually they already have a play in mind before. And, you know,
now with their propensity to throw the crossing route, do you disdain man and play zone down here in defense?
You can. It's just so tough because you can't. There's a lot of pockets in there. And with a guy like Carter, who's got such a strong arm, it's tough. But if you go man, you run the risk of getting picked.
Which you just saw.
Exactly. I think what you do, you've got to put pressure on him. You've got to blitz him because if he can stay right there all day, sooner or later, he's going to find somebody to throw the ball to.
You see that 80-yard drive and a short touchdown pass to Edwards. And then if you do blitz him, he's got 2 things he can do. 1, retreat with a strong arm, throw off the back foot, or 2, he can run away.
But you want to make him have to make a play. You don't want to sit back and give him anything. You want to make him have to make the play.
Make him put the
exactly. You're exactly right.
This is for the tie. From the 3. Carter. Got late pressure. And it's good. Michael Greer, whose father is the director of football operations at the University.
Carter is down.
Carter, a late hit, getting up slowly. And looking angrily over toward the Ole Miss bench. Maybe he thought it was a late hit. We mentioned during the play there was late pressure applied. If we see it again, we might be able to see who came in there.
Let's look and see here. Nice job. See, look, I mean, he can just find.
Ooh, Shane Elam, it looked like. 59. Well, we've got a tie game with 8:25 to go, and a real barn burner here in the final home game for the Ole Miss Rebels. Georgia trying to bounce back after their home loss to Auburn last week, in which they trailed 38-0 at one point. And there's McMichael, one of the tight ends. He is upset about something.
They are not happy about something for a team that just came back and tied up a ball game. There were a lot of angry faces on the Georgia sideline.
Well, a tie ball game, and Ole Miss needs points to go ahead. Their kicker, Les Binkley, has tied the school record for most points in a season by a kicker 65 tonight, 70 on the year. Deuce McAllister is one touchdown away from the most TDs in a season. He is from the school record for TDs in a career. And McAllister back along with Senator Taylor.
I guarantee you they would kick.
When he's ready, when he came up, no, they kicked it deep.
He wants it too.
And McAllister will give way to Taylor at the. And Taylor spun down over the 30-yard line. Down by Jermaine Phillips. Now the Rebels in a tie game, 8:14 to play.
Now you got to execute. You know, it's come second play and man one-on-one. You know, I guarantee you, I bet you that Georgia comes after Maramilla here.
Last time they ran behind Big Todd Wade, 71, the right tackle. Got the hole, and they got the touchdown, 86 yards. This time they run, cut it back to the right side, and nowhere to go. A loss on the play with Charles Grant, the defensive left end, making the stop on McAllister. Grant didn't start till the Kentucky game, but he's the team leader in sacks. He had 3 last week against Auburn.
You can see here, does a great job of just shooting through there. Nowhere to really go.
Grant's number 19.
Yep.
Second down and 12 at the 29 from the shotgun. Miller playing on a tender ankle. Going deep, got one-on-one. Well covered, incomplete. Looking for Corey Peterson. Good coverage by the cornerback one. He is only 5'8". Played in the Georgia-Florida High School All-Star game at Butte, Georgia.
So, you know, I'm thinking on that takeoff, you would throw that ball. Because the DB really does not have a chance to make a play if you underthrow that takeoff. If you throw it in stride, he's got a chance to make a play on it. But great coverage by Georgia.
Rebels 3rd and 12 at their own 29. Cover with 8. Great diving effort, but incomplete. Jamie Armstrong had it hit the ground. They dropped 8 in the coverage. Still, though, found an opening in the zone and couldn't quite make the diving catch.
Nice throw by Romero. Jamie just could not get his hands under the football. And Georgia's got a chance here now. Ole Miss has not been able to stop them pretty much the second half. Georgia's had their way with the Rebel defense, so this one's going to get interesting.
King to punt. Greer standing at the 3rd. And at his own 32. Got a block. Got a penny flag. Marker's down. Greer trying to fake a lateral and stumbles down inside the 30. Marker back at the 36 should negate the long return by Michael Greer.
Yeah, they got a clip right at the on Sheldon. Watch Sheldon Morris right here. Watch A6 right there. Clifton. Thank goodness. And watch Greer here. Thought about it. Actually,
little razzle-dazzle on the open field.
Nice little fake. You see Reagan King, the punter, actually goes for the fake here.
Now it'll be brought back. It was a 39-yard punt and a 31-yard return that won't stand.
Right. Ooh.
7:03 to play and a game tied at 17. And Georgia at its own 26 with the outstanding sophomore quarterback Quincy Carter at the controls. Brett Milliken back behind him. Screen pass overthrown. Looking for Milliken. Penalty flag down up at the 30.
Probably going to have a lineman downfield. Is what it looks like. Is they had a illegal man downfield is what I'm hoping the call is. Oh, no, they're going to call holding.
Defensive holding against the Rebels.
Now, if they called that on the guy, I think they called it on, he was holding the running back, but the running back was blocking him. They were actually throwing to the other running back. You know, it's kind of tough to hold a guy if he's blocking you, but...
So it's out to the 36-yard line, 1st and 10, Georgia. David Cutcliffe trying to find out about that call there. They're going to sweep to the short side of the field and get a nice block and out of bounds at the 47. Armiga Spearman making the tackle on Brett Milliken, a junior from Lilburn, Georgia. The ball came out of bounds.
Gain to the 46-yard line, 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
Another first down for Georgia, and they're using a lot of different running backs now. We've seen Arnott, Sanks pass, now Milliken.
Well, I'm going to ask for it again. The Rebel defense needs a big play here.
They haven't done anything offensively. Second half, Miller 1 of 7, throwing 4 yards. First half, 8 of 13 for 69 yards. Fake the toss, roll it the other way. Carter strong arms it to the sideline. A great throw and catch on the side. 45.
What a nice throw, too.
But it's either
You're exactly right.
9 penalties total in the game. Georgia for twice a yards. Second down and a yard at the Ole Miss 45. First down to the up back. And to get about 3 out. Arnott tackled by Elam and a pen flag thrown.
No.
Personal. So the final in the second half, Quince Carter's completed 13 of 21 for 167 yards. 1st and 10 at the Ole Miss 26. The game tied. 6.5 minutes to go. That's McMichael moving. Milliken carrying and not gaining much, trying to sweep to the short side of the field. Kendrick Clancy there, along with Camone Fisher.
Nice job by Derek Burgess, really getting up the field and making that tall sweep bubble. Watch Derek Burgess just push his offensive lineman back into the backfield, really making this run bubble. You see right there. And then Kendrick Clancy doing a good job running down the line.
2nd and 9 for Georgia.
Second down and a long 8 at the Ole Miss 25-yard line. Arnott, the lone setback. Carter. No flag, incomplete at the 10. McMichael, the tight end, hurt on the coverage.
Nice job by Ronnie. A really good job. They've run the same route, Bill. It's this flag pattern to the tight end where he's safety.
Third down, a long 8 at the Ole Miss 25. If they don't convert here, now they would be facing a 42-yard field goal for the lead. Carter in the shotgun. And a flag is thrown. A couple of them. I think this is going to go against Georgia.
Yeah.
On the illegal procedure, 5 yards. yards, and now you're looking at third down and almost 14.
But a big play as far as the field goal, Bill, because that pushes the field goal back another 5 yards if Ole Miss is able to hold here. It'll be interesting to see if Georgia goes for the whole bundle here or tries to get some of this yards back to set themselves up for a field goal.
The Bulldogs have converted on 6 of 15. Third down. 5 wide. Carter blitzed. Hit as he threw by Spearman. Armiga Spearman, number 4, the linebacker, hammered it. And old jawing going down in the field. Georgia has an injured player. That's the left tackle, Jonas Jennings, who's also played a guard and a center for them last year.
Watch Armiga Spearman, the senior.
Unblocked.
Ooh, oh, you hate to see that. Oh, you hate to see that. He just got rolled over. That's usually a pretty serious injury.
Their offensive line has been banged up. Them injured last week in the Auburn game.
Be a 47-yard field
We'll be
goal.
back with more from Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Ole Miss with a 17-17 tie. The Rebels and the Georgia Bulldogs.
If you don't have time to watch, log on to GTV.com. It's the store that's always open. When you want to find out more, bookmark GRTV.com. Still deciding? Shop at your convenience 24 hours a day at GRTV.com. Did you forget the 800 number? Click twice on GRTV.com. Simply convenient. On demand. GRTV.com.
Up in the air about this weekend's game? Are you looking for the big plays in college football and the NFL? Then watch the hottest sports show on TV. Watch The Final Score with Joe Wiz.
This one is take Indy plus the point. The Seahawks could be team in the AFC. Bobby Brister is no John Elway, and Denver will not repeat. There is only one way to go in this game, and that is to take the underdog.
Hi, I'm Kenny Mann, along with Dan Patrick, who will now speak.
Don't miss SportsCenter on ESPN and Comcast Cable.
If I had one of those TV rating boxes on my television, the #1 show in the country would be 11 p.m. SportsCenter. Okay, maybe it won't hit #1, but it'll definitely give Dharma and Greg a run for their money.
Field goal try. Hap Hines will hit a 51-yarder earlier. And this one is good as well. Another Georgia field goal, and the Bulldogs lead this game 20-17. Hap Hines, the senior from Marietta, Georgia, nails a 48-yarder, as we'll see again.
Just gets it over the outstretched hands. What a great kick. Right down the pipe. A little room to spare, too.
He's now 11 out of 16 on the year. 7 plays, 44 yards. We'll be back with more right after this timeout.
The Golf Channel. More golf updates in 1/2 hour than you can get anywhere else. The only source for live nightly golf news. We get more of the stories and information you're looking for because we're there for every tournament. Tune in for the most comprehensive, up-to-the-minute golf news you can get anywhere. Every night on Golf Central. More of what you want from the only network devoted entirely to the game of golf.
Arliss stands behind his players. Now they're standing behind him.
Backed by popular demand. Arliss.
I want
Arliss.
great
Arliss. Arliss.
Without Arliss is like playing football without a jock.
Arliss.
Hi there. You know, TV can inform, educate, and entertain, but not everything is appropriate for kids. Here's something you can do to take charge of your TV.
To make informed choices about what programs are right for your children, use the TV ratings. The ratings give you information about the content of a show and whether it's appropriate for certain ages. The ratings can help you make smart viewing choices and use the family TV wisely.
Brought to you by the National PTA and the cable television industry.
There's big Todd Wade, the NFL prospect, right tackle in the huddle. 3rd and 10. Third down conversions for the game. Ole Miss just 2 out of 9. They're at the Georgia 14-yard line.
Here we go.
On either side of Miller, you've got Stackhouse and McAllister. Both flaring out in the pattern. Interception. Incomplete. No interception. Miller hit and down again, getting up slowly. They pressured Miller. Pass nearly picked off on the play. And then they said it was not intercepted. So let's get another look.
Please say it hit the ground. Oh, the ball deflected. Oh,
very close to a pick there.
Hey, like they say, it's better to be lucky than good sometimes.
That's Terrell Vieira, who thought he had the pick, and it looks like the nose of the ball may have
touched it.
Nestled the grass.
As far as we're concerned, it did. Clearly.
What a difference, because it means a chance to tie with a field goal. Another look.
Oh, let's look and see.
Does it just caress the blade of grass?
I don't think it is. Too bad there's no instant replay. Goodness.
Well, the officials are still huddled about it, though. And let's see what they're going to decide here. They decide interception. Deflection, interception to Terrell Vieira. Redshirt freshman from Slidell, Louisiana. 4:02 to play. Georgia leading 20-17.
I wonder who overruled that call.
Miller had been picked off all year, only 4 times coming in. And he got pressured and hit. And now Georgia at the 11-yard line, trying to hold on to a 3-point lead. Well, running out for a couple of yards. Jasper Sanks tackled by Tyler Williams, number 92. Now Georgia to work on the clock. Ole Miss has 2 timeouts left. Head coach David Cutcliffe looking on. 2nd down and 8. Trips to the 15, picked up a couple of yards. Down in the arms of Chad Cook and Al Rice, the linebackers. 3rd and 6. You see that PW on the helmet of Georgia? That's for Pat Watson, the offensive line coach of the University of Georgia, who died of a heart attack earlier this season in late September.
Big play here. Very big play.
3rd and 6. Georgia at its own 15. Carter to throw. Deflected and caught on a deflection. McMichael across midfield. Rebels broke it up. McMichael happened to be there, caught it, and it's a 1st down Georgia in Ole Miss territory. There's the luck of the bounce. Spearman broke it up, number 4. And McMichael, Johnny on the spot, or in this case, Randy on the spot. And Spearman comes back to catch it.
And caught him. Oh, man. Well, you know.
35-yard gain on 3rd and 6. But what an effort and hustle by Spearman. Deflected it and ran it down from behind.
It sure was.
And Sykes looking for room and trying to cover the ball. They'll get a couple of yards. We're in the final 2 minutes of the game. Eddie Strong made the stop. Rebels have 2 timeouts.
I'm going to use them.
Georgia up 3. Jim Don, his team in Benson, shell-shocked his own words last week. Trying to win number 7. Inside a minute and a half. 4 on the shot on the time clock. Just barely beat the clock. But they get a hole inside the 40-yard line with Sykes running again. They've used a lot of backs here in the second half, and now we'll get an Ole Miss timeout with 1:10 to go. Anthony McGee made the tackle in the secondary. He's picked off 3 passes this year. They put it at the Rebel 40. Just shy of a first down. Looks like Randy McMichael, who made that ricochet catch, is shaken up.
I'll tell you, he's played a great ball game. All those tight ends for Georgia have really played an unbelievable ball game. So has Quincy Carter. You really got to take their hat off to those guys. Just a great effort. And making the big play when they had to. Here, that ball was tipped on the interception. Ball bounces strange ways sometimes. It's a matter of inches. And Ole Miss just weren't fortunate enough to get a lot of the breaks down here at the end of the ball game.
Ole Miss has 1 timeout left. 70 seconds to go. Georgia, which trailed, now leads 20-17. And trying to protect that lead and run it out. Donnan and his brain trust. He's trying to win his 95th game of the 90s as a head coach at Marshall and in Athens.
Third down. And a yard to go for Georgia.
Ole Miss would have to get a stop right here.
Well, they've got 3rd down and less than a yard. Carter sneaking it. And looks like he picked up a full yard and what would appear to be a first down. Sean Johnson at the bottom of the tackle. And now the Rebels will use their final timeout with 1:03 to play. We'll be back for the end of this one with Georgia clinging to a 3-point lead after this timeout.
Hole 3 of the Cooper Tire Invitational, a par 10,000. Our leader lying 7,012. Bill, how'd he get there?
Well, Jim, Arnold's gotten through some rough terrain, thanks in part to his Cooper tires. Then that nice run, keeping it left along the Canadian border. Arnold, what's in store for the rest of the hole?
Got to clear those giant heads. The Cooper tires will do the job. The world is your course. Drive on.
some of the fans heading for the exits here at Vaught Hemingway Stadium with 1:03 to play. Ole Miss out of timeouts. And Georgia's Quincy Carter will take a knee. The Bulldogs coming from behind a lead by 3. That's the Georgia sideline.
That ought to do it right there. Jim Donnan, you see the smile on his face. Probably a big win for their program after what happened last week.
Well, they got blown out against Florida in Jacksonville, and then between the hedges last week, walloped by Auburn. Another knee for Quincy Carter, who's had a marvelous game. And that'll be the final play of the game. David Cutcliffe, the Ole Miss coach, heading to the field, and oddly enough, the Rebels, another loss at home. On the road, it's been a different story.
Sure has, and you know, you got to give Georgia credit. After rebounding, after a very tough loss last week, coming in here, refocusing themselves, and making the plays. You got to make plays to get the breaks, and that's exactly what Georgia did. And you got to give them credit, Bill.
Georgia indeed coming from behind to pick up the victory, and each of these teams now 7-3 overall. Ole Miss 4-3 in the conference.